I just really like my aesthetic right now. That's all.
I actually was really happy with my outfit.
Damn. Our final frickin' 4, y'all. It's literally been 8 hours worth of stream time. It has not felt like 8 hours.
It flew by!
This has been such an amazing day, y'all. I've had such a good freaking time. Again, thank you so much for our competitors, for everybody who has been watching in the wings. Y'all are amazing. Everybody is in here, so let's go ahead and get our final going. And I don't see anything more better to finish this off than Hexagon. So, winner of today's final mini challenge will win, remember, 9 points towards their final score. That's like if they got an additional 3 points from every single judge. But I bet you, because you know the fact that I gave you such a big amount, you might think something might be happening here, because it is. But we'll get to that after this hexagon, yeah. Oh my god, is that your finale Eleganza, that snowman thing? Oh, that's Proxy.
Catch me on the bottom platform right now. How about that?
Okay, let's go. Let's do it. I'll take you on the bottom platform. Let's go. Do it. Oh! Okay, you bitch. You got me. Fuck you.
That was...
Just like that, huh?
I literally jumped down there and I was waiting for him to pop up and he just pops up and just grabs me.
I'm looking back for the clip, but that was iconic.
See, this is what all of my, when I decide to do my hover, this is what all my hover clips will be people just destroying me and me laughing in stupid ways because I'm probably drunk on wine or something. Ugh, okay. Final 5, will it give us a final? Will this be it? It better give us another round here. Oh, nope, it's giving us the final. Okay, here, actually, Cody, stay in here. I want you to stay in.
Stay?
Yeah, stay. You guys have to beat Cody.
Oh.
And there's a reason why I'm asking Cody to stay in here, and I think Cody knows why, but if Cody wins, none of you guys an advantage. So, we'll go with that.
Okay.
We'll go with that. And there's a reason for this, y'all. While City is up top with Rispo, all on that yellow, they have a lot of yellow up here. Something tells me this is gonna go really slow. It might time out. I feel like because like there's only 5 people. Everybody's gonna jump slow. No one's gonna be that person that's gonna start running. Okay, Rispo's on blue with Miss Petty Grievance. Oh, wait, should I use their regular names or their drag names? I'll use their drag names. Miss Citylicious is all up on blue all by herself. Ooh, look at that little jump that she just did to get a little bit extra yellow.
That was a nice move.
I would have jumped over to that other side though if I was Miss Citylicious, but it's fine because she just knocks off Miss Jinx Pontoon and makes her fall down to orange while she's still up here on purple. While our other competitors are all facing it out on orange, other than Miss Petty Grievance, who is on blue. Pretty sure she's not happy about that. Oh, Rispo is now down there with Miss Grievance. While our other competitors here are slow diving it up on top. City has a chance to get over to Cody. Oh, but Cody just cut it off at the last second. So now Citylicious is now down there in blue. Let's go ahead and get back up to our top competitors. Whiskers has so much space here on orange. Like, that's a lot. But unfortunately, I think because this is such a slow round and everybody's jumping so slow, it might not mean a whole lot here. I think everybody's probably going to get caught up probably sometime between blue and purple. Rispo falls down to purple. Everybody else looks like they're still on blue. Oh, Cody falls down to blue.
Cody, is this your finale Eleganza?
Okay. It looks like everybody's now on blue. Everybody's now down to... Oh, okay, 2 seconds. Now down to the final purple. Okay. This is going to come down to it. Don't have a timer up, so I don't know how much time we have left. I will laugh if this times out. If it times out, no one wins. Just so you know. I need a clear winner here. Cody gets a really good cutoff here on Miss Jinx Pontoon. And they're the only 2 up here on purple. Everybody else here is on yellow. Actually, just kidding.
Did you have Miss Petty on blue?
I was gonna say, is Miss Petty on blue? Miss Petty's, yeah, Miss Petty's on blue, running it out, doing just like...
And she is being Miss Petty indeed.
That's the way to do it. Honestly, you fall down to blue, you need to just start eating it up. It's a mixture because you want to make sure you have enough space to jump everything out, but you want to make sure that there's enough space that when people fall down
that they don't.
That they don't. Yeah. So it's a very conflicting situation here. Cody is up on purple all by himself, and he has a little bit of yellow to jump down to too, while Rispo, Miss Citylicious, and Miss Jinx Pontoon also have a little bit of space over here, but Cody just runs out all of Citylicious' space, makes her fall down to blue. Whiskers is on the other spot opposite
Miss
Visagasaurus.
Pontoon is got the highest up right now. Not that it's gonna matter, it's only a few tiles, but anything could make a difference, especially when it looks like the three of them are on the same side.
She has a lot of space down to herself too. She just cut off
and Miss Pontoon cuts off.
Oh wow, that was a great move to cut off Miss Grievance. Okay. Oh,
now
Miss
let's see who's gonna have more
out.
tiles. It's coming down to it now.
Who will slow jump?
We got Rispo, we got Citylicious.
Oh, Rispo had an invisible tile.
Oh my gosh. This is gonna come down to it. Everybody has space. Who will be able to slow jump it enough? Who will be able to find some space? Rispo's running out of space immediately. He's gonna need to find some way to jump over here to. Oh,
Citylicious is starting to run low.
Okay, will City be able to find a way? That's a gamer jump. Oh, it's
the
too
input
big.
gets eaten, and Miss Pontoon is going to win another mini challenge.
Oh, Miss Pontoon, her third mini challenge in a row, y'all. In a row. All right.
Who was I fighting for space from? Was that Miss Pontoon or was that someone else?
I think it was Miss Pontoon.
Damn.
The goth.
Alrighty, y'all.
I had to dive away and then I missed my recovery.
All right, so it is now time for our final. I would say final, yeah. We'll say because there's another episode after this, but this is really the one I think that's it's all going to come down to this particular category.
Okay.
It's because tonight we will be going, or sorry, tonight you all have invitations to the fall ball. If all of you don't know what the ball is in RuPaul's Drag Race, it is a very notable challenge where they are expected to show not one, not two, but three. Three different looks on the runway. Are three looks that they will be competing in. Two of them they already have done. One of them we will be giving them 20 minutes to throw together a outfit for. But let's go over our ball challenges for today. Our first category will be Born Naked. Naked Extravaganza. We want to see what Showa Bean looks like. The best extravaganza with no tops and no bottoms added to it. It will be just strictly patterns, colors, and faceplates. We want to see the best thing that you could possibly come up with that. Your second category will be Ugliest Fit Ever, which I'm sure Whiskers is really judged on because he does ugliest skin type on a regular. But pretty much we want to see the ugliest shit that you could put together, make our eyes bleed. The uglier, the better. Our final category, which I will back out to the main show and get someone in here. Cody, if you can please show them what your regular fit is on the regular. Our final our final
Give me a sec.
category is Streamer Family Resemblance Realness. What you're going to do for Streamer Family Resemblance Realness is the following. Cody will be putting on his regular fit. Your goal is to design a fit. Right? Yeah. Whatever fit is your normal fit. Yeah. Your goal is to design a fit that is in line with Cody's everyday extravaganza. You want to look like you are a member of Cody's family. So take a look at his fit right now. That's what he wears on a regular basis. We want to see something close to, like, if you were his brother or his sister, what would you look like? So he's getting that up on the screen for you right now for that.
I'm like forgetting what it's called.
He's getting all his skins up here for you so you can know what we're looking at here. and y'all will have 20 minutes to put together one costume that gives us Strimmer family resemblance realness for Cody. All 3 of those costumes you will be judged upon.
Okay.
And unfortunately, the 2 players that do the worst in the ball will be up for elimination tonight in our final 4, and will not be making our finale. So that's why you see why this episode is pretty huge. You know, you get through this, you make the final 3, you will be in the finale. Josh, and right now our final 4 is... Let's go ahead and, well, let's just review them. Because time starts now, by the way. You guys got till 9:35. But we could go ahead and go through our final 4 competitors, since we got some time while they're working through some stuff. Our first of the final 4, Miss Citylicious. So Citylicious has the pleasure of being our very first competitor in our competition tonight to win a mini challenge. Citylicious also won a Maxi-Challenge for our Color Couture Challenge with that purple fit, which was just on point and just amazing. And then City also unfortunately got a taste of the bottom last round with our girl group fantasy, and had to take out his other partners in the girl group, Miss Quality Callie and Miss Ryan, aka Bean. But you know what? City has, I think honestly, City has grown so much in this competition. I definitely think I could say that from all our competitors as well too, and our judges as well too. City is showing that he's not just a gamer like I think he thought he was when he initially entered this thing. He has so much more creativity to him. He has so much more just fire to do well in situations, and I think he's also a lot more fearless than I think he wants to believe that he is as well too.
Oh, definitely.
So I really feel like City, out of all 4 of these competitors, probably was the one who didn't think he could last this long, and maybe has probably come out of this situation with maybe a little bit more confidence in other areas than I think he has personally. Do you have anything to say about Miss Citylicious tonight?
Honestly, not much that you haven't already touched on. To be honest, like, I mean, we said it a lot while she was fighting for her life, desyncing for her life, and that she did. She grabbed that crown. She continues to show up in the gameplay, which is what she said she would do. But however, I think, like you said, she doubted her ability to perform in the challenges and the Eleganza, if you will. However, I think she has been impressing us, and I think that hopefully impressing herself as well. And I'm excited to see what we're going to be looking at for pretty much the last challenge of the night.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna agree with what you guys both said. I think it's all been kind of said before, but yeah, the talent has exceeded past Fall Guys and into creativity, and I don't know if City was ready for it, but they made it this far, and I've been really impressed with some of the outfits they've come up with.
Right on. Let's go ahead and move on to our second of our final 4 competitors tonight, Miss Rispo, who easily has the most fun name to say, I think, out of all of our finalists right now.
He's the Ivy Winters.
Ivy Winters.
Oh.
Rispo. I'm loving it. Out of all of our competitors still left in this, by the way, Rispo is our only ally contestant left, which I think says a lot to the fact that, I mean, like he said, he did nothing but research and planning for this whole thing beforehand. When it comes to somebody who you want to see just like go in and just dominate something, that's what Rispo did here. Rispo came into this, he knew, I think, what he wanted to do, and he's been showing off literally, I think, every single round, except for unfortunately that one round that we had earlier with the color extravaganza, where everybody unfortunately brought it. So that was the one round, unfortunately, where Rispo just didn't. I wouldn't even say he did bad. It was just everybody else just did so freaking well that round, you know. So Yeah, he's fallen into the bottom 2 before, but I don't think that's necessarily something you could hold against, because ever since he hit the bottom, episode 4 he won the challenge, episode 5 he won the challenge. Rispo is easily a threat to take this crown without a doubt.
Absolutely, and even when put into the bottom 2, right, they did desync for their life and win, so they were able to clutch that one out. And on top of that, when it comes to anything where you've got to put maybe a little bit of performance to the test, Rispo continues to show up and show out. I mean, that celebrity impression in the Snatch game, it was
unbeatable.
It was unbeatable, and then
The most memorable thing of the event so
That
far.
Snatch game honestly that was the one event I feel like everybody was probably dreading the most, which I mean honestly, and when it comes down to the real show, it's probably the same thing. It's the one challenge you know is coming, that it relies on more than a lot of people I think are expecting, and the fact he came in, he showed up and blew everybody just out of the water with that amazing performance. I think it just goes to show, like, if anybody's willing to do something in this competition to prove themselves, I think Rispo is going to be the guy that's going to go above and beyond, just to make sure, just to tell everybody, hey, look guys, I'm here. You know.
Absolutely.
So, I could definitely see he's had some good outfits too. The order of the outfits will be the way that I describe them too. So it'll be Born Naked, then your Ugliest fit, and then your Strimmer, Realness, Resemblance, Realness. That is a tongue twister right there. Strimler, Family, Resemblance, Realness. How are we doing on time too? I think we got what time did we start? 9:10? I think so.
Something like that? Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
Maybe another 10 minutes then. 9:30. We'll call it at 9:30 then. I think. I don't remember when we started. I don't know. I need to start keeping timers. Anyway, let's go on to our third contestant tonight. Miss Petty Grievance has managed to make the final 4 tonight, even though Don't Do It Adam said that he was going to be our pork chop. You know, Miss Grievance. Although what's funny to me is that I feel like she had probably, well, actually that's not true. Rispo had the worst critique of the night, but Miss Broloff had one that was very, very, very close to it, and I respect the fact that she stood her ground for the situation and explained the situation to us and was real, and the fact that, like, let's be real, it was Britney Extravaganza. It just needed to be explained. You know, my thing with Miss Grievance that I think that hasn't come out, it hasn't really come out yet, is that Miss Grievance has been really towards the top every single round. I don't think there's been a round where she's been super close to being eliminated. She was second place in our Snatch game with that amazing Scott F9 impression, which,
oh my
by
God.
the way, the fact that she did a Strimmer, amazing. Was not expecting that to happen at all, but perfection. I mean, the orange color realness, amazing. I don't think there's really been a round where he's done terrible, you know? It's just he hasn't gone enough to get to that top spot. So I think for me personally, I want Miss Petty Grievance to go out right now, show us all the stops. She needs, I think, an epic, because she's the only person right now that does not have a solo win. If she can come out tonight, show up, show out, and show everybody down right now, Miss Grievance could be our winner.
That's the thing, is that she's done a great job of staying alive. She's never been considered for the bottom. This is, you know, this is not someone who has been a weak competitor at all. However, they have also not been at the top, and they've been considered for sure, but it's not been a wow enough factor and to get a challenge win.
That Snatch game was super close.
Yeah, well, I mean,
honestly, at least
that
to
was
me,
a lot of that was a hard round.
There was two tops for that round without a doubt, and it was Rispo and Miss Petty Grievance without a doubt. Actually, although I will say, I mean, actually, it's hard to say because our other competitor that still hasn't been yet did a really good job too. So, oof. I don't know, y'all. I'll just shut up. Let y'all talk.
I'm not sure if you noticed in chat, but it seems that Miss Petty Grievance may have to take leave to work, unfortunately.
No, Miss Grievance, don't you leave? Are you really leaving right now, Miss Grievance? Okay. Alrighty. Well, that's fine. Miss Grievance, I wish you the best moving forward. Thank you for being here. And I love you so much. We'll go ahead and we'll just give you an X in the thing. Unfortunate. But Miss Grievance, you better come back. You better come back in a future season because I expect you to win. Well, so that changes a few things. We will be down to our final 3 then, which is fine.
She just did it for All Stars.
She did just do it for All Stars. She wants to be considered. I get it. I get it. Well, you know what? We're still gonna have an elimination here, y'all. So, guess that just means we'll have a top 2 instead of a top 3. So joining Miss City Limits and Miss Riss in our top 3 officially will be Miss Jinxed Pontoon. Now, I'll be honest, when I saw Miss Jinxed's entry look, I was a little worried, considering we had a kimono moment from the very first entry look. But you know what?
Kimono moment.
If anybody has really stepped up their game since that kimono moment and really shown that they're here to play, I think it's Miss Pontoon, honestly.
Yeah, to be honest, I actually forgot that happened because of how well Miss Pontoon has been doing.
Not only did she win the very first Maxi-Challenge, but she's won the last 3 mini-challenges in a row. And also won the girl group Maxi-Challenge with Rispo and Broloff, who is no longer in the competition, unfortunately. So Miss Pontoon has a lot going for her right now. Again, like I said, she has the solo challenge win, she has a group win. If she could come through tonight, right now, in this last challenge, and just blow everybody out of the water, I mean, I feel like I've said that every single time out of every single person, but everybody left right now, honestly, has a chance to win. Especially, unfortunately, now that, to say that Miss Grievance is out of the competition, everybody officially has 2 wins. Everybody has just kidding. Whiskers and Rispo have 2 wins. City has 1 win, but they've all shown out and shown up.
And I will say, I don't think that the fashion portion of the contest has been Miss Pontoon's strong point. It wasn't a weak point, for sure. Don't get me wrong, she's a fierce competitor, but I don't think that the outfits are her specialty. However, I'm very excited to see what happens when you give her a time limit to put together 3 different styles and see what she can do with them.
I mean, her first time limit one wasn't so bad. The indigo look.
Yeah, we can definitely definitely like this the spirit rock or whatever. Yeah, the moss, the lady who shows a little bush, she crushed it. I just feel between the kimono moment and some of the later challenges, we've not seen anything that was like a huge wow, but we know that potential is there, and I'm excited to see it come out hopefully in the last round here.
So something that I've noticed about all of our competitors, and if you've seen like every episode of RuPaul, then you might remember there's a specific season where Michelle Visage assigns CUNNT to the various different competitors. Do you remember that season? Like she basically says that each competitor in the top 4
but I can't remember
like
which one it was. Was it a later one or an earlier one?
I think it was Sasha's season, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
I can see that. Because you said like Sasha was unique, right?
Yeah, what I'm noticing of these top 4, and I know we just lost Petty, but the top 4 each had a different strategy for winning.
Hey, Fishman, welcome in. Hope you're doing well.
They covered all of those strategies, if you notice. So, Rispo had charisma, Whiskers has uniqueness,
Oh yeah, Bro
And then I
had
can't remember-
Nerve and
Yeah,
City
Bro
had
had
Talent. I love
And
that.
City had
That's
Tan.
I
true.
love
That's
that.
true.
I love that.
So we'll get to see which element really does come out on top.
I wish this event didn't go so long so we could see if Miss Grievance would possibly get a shot at that top 3. But you know what? We are 2 minutes away from our ball challenge for the night. So let's just enjoy the last couple minutes that we have here with our final 3. I guess I can update this officially. Well, I guess then this makes this actually the finale then. Actually. To some degree. It'll just be a 2-part finale. We'll say this is finale part 1. Okay?
Finale part 1.
So it's finale part 1. So what's going to happen here very quickly is we will run through all 3 of our ball extravaganza looks. Remember, we have a naked look where they will put together a look without a top or a bottom, just the pattern, color, and faceplate. Their second look will be the ugliest fit possible, which will, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Put something that's ugly and make my eyes bleed. Callow, thank you for the sub to Mount Edgy. Appreciate you. Also, one thing I wanted to say, by the way, too, because while everything was leading up to this event, I hadn't been streaming, but I saw so many people following me while I was offline through the most part. Like, I literally had like 20 or something follows throughout this whole process here. So thank you for everybody who followed as a result of somebody getting this event out to you, whether it be, you know, versus like be a mouth or whatever. I hope you're having a good time, even though I can't speak English. I appreciate y'all so much. Like, I hate to say it because there's certain times where the last 2-3 months in this community has been kind of difficult. I won't lie. I feel like I've seen a lot of friendships, a lot of people that don't deserve a lot of hate, get a lot of hate for a lot of things, and I feel like when things were happening beforehand, that wasn't what we stood for as a community, and my goal is to try to bring it back to just, you know, let's be more kind to each other, y'all. Like, there's no need to hate each other for stupid things. We're playing a dumb baby bean game at the end of the day, you know, as Mr. Scott F9 says. So there's no reason for all of the drama that has gone in this community to go on. You know, yeah, exactly. Be kind to everybody except Roloff. Exactly.
Good plan.
Just it really has hurt my heart the last couple months to see what has happened for some individuals in this situation. I really hope that we can kind of get back to where we were beforehand. I don't know what it's going to take to get there. I don't know if what I'm doing is helping at all. But, you know, a lot of it I still blame on Mediatonic. So can we just all get along and just hate Mediatonic together? I think that's it. I think that's a goal, right? I think that's a good goal.
Works for me.
I love you too, Callie. Other thing I did want to say, thank you for reminding me, Callie, that I do want to bring up to the community while I have everybody's attention. If you do get a message from somebody asking for some assistance financially, please be aware of where it's coming from, first off. There is someone in the community, unfortunately, that has been taking advantage of people and has been asking for some sort of donations and then has never repaid them back. So I just want everybody to please be aware of this. I'm not going to say this individual out because I don't need to call them out. They already know what they're doing. But I just want everybody else to please be safe. I care about everybody, and I don't want anybody to be used the way that myself and some other people have. So, anyway, with that all being said, thank you all so much for being here. This is such a amazing opportunity that we all have here, and I love y'all so much. And with that being said, I think it's time to start our fall ball extravaganza. Are y'all ready for it? I think we're ready for it, right?
I know Peroxide is ready to gag on these fall ball eleganzas.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to gag for balls all night.
So I think
And this challenge is gonna be cool too.
I'm trying to think the best way to do this. Should we just do custom lobbies? Invite them into the custom lobby, take a look at their outfits blind, and then have them come into the lobby one at a time?
Well, now that it's a top 3, you could
Because
we could drop out of the party and you can invite all of them.
Because the idea would be to see everybody's extravaganza all at the same time, right? And we want to be able to judge it. So
fine, I'll get lost.
all right, so I think Cody, Miss Cody Visagasaurus, and Mr. Paras Matthews, thank you for hopping up in here. If we could have our finalists, please. Yeah, I do say finalists because you guys, you're on the final 3. Miss Citylicious, Miss Rispo, and Miss Jinx Pontoon. Y'all are the final 3, so let's do it. If y'all can go into your best naked fit, your best born naked fit, I'm going to invite y'all to the lobby. One at a time, we'll go in the order that we've been doing this whole time. So City, and then Rispo, and then Miss Jinx Pontoon. If y'all want to describe your outfits in that order, that would be fantastic. So feel free to join when you got your born naked Eleganza Extravaganza ready. And this will be our first look tonight that we will be ranking. Again, shout out to all of our competitors, all 10 of them, even Miss Kylie Minj Agu, Miss Minji, who unfortunately broke her leg in the first 5 seconds of the competition. I still can't. My heart is still broken for Miss Minji. Okay, we got 2. I'm not judging until I see all 3. I'm really sad because I'm almost out of my Snoop Dogg Rosé wine too. All right, let's go.
Oh, that's not gonna do.
Okay. Now, Miss Citylicious, we'll go ahead and start with you for this one first. Go ahead and describe your outfit for this one, please.
Sure thing. So I went with the overall cracked theme. I think me being a decent player at this game, I usually don't like tooting my own horn, but I feel like it's one of the major reasons that I've stayed in this long. So I decided to change things up and go with this fit.
Right on. Okay. Miss Rispo, go ahead and describe your look for us, please.
Okay, so what had happened was I spent a really lot of time on my outfits, and I forgot to hit the tanning salon. So I tried to cram a last-minute day on the beach, fell asleep before I took my t-shirt off, and unfortunately, this is me naked. This is as raw as you're gonna get for Rispo. This is everything. This is all I got here. Sunburn is very painful. I've been applying aloe regularly, and yeah, I don't wish this upon anyone. So remember to take your clothes off on the beach, everyone.
I've learned. So I've learned. Notes taken. Everybody, I want to see your Drew notes right now.
I'm gonna write that down.
Alright, and last but not least, Miss Jinxed Pontoon. Feel free to give us your explanation on your outfit here, please.
Okay, so I came into this competition just allowing myself to go absolutely crazy with anything, and I think that's shown through in some of my looks, whether for better or for worse. So this look is a representation of everything going on in my head, and a lot of it is nonsense, but sometimes it comes together and makes sense. So these letters actually spell certain things, including, I wasn't sure if we were going to be in the lobby or something, so I had a whole ski mote session planned where I shake my booty. But some of my favorite letter combinations that are on here are Fauf, Yays, and my booty has Gug on it. So when I shake my booty, it was going to be I was shaking Gug.
It really
Whatever
has
that
Gug
means.
on it?
It literally has GUG. You could put on the alphabet pattern.
Hold on, let me go look really quick.
And I'm also thinking for RuNegade's DragCon for merch that I can sell, and I
we
think
do
I will
have
be able to
Gug
sell
on it.
Gug.
We do have Gug on it. Okay, I see the Gug. Okay.
So my booty's got Gug.
Okay. Or it does say UG on the bottom, which is also kind of like, ooh.
Baby got Gug.
Actually, technically, you got Gug.
We're gugging on the Eleganza.
Exactly.
All right, let's go ahead and we'll start for critiques for our first round here. Let's go and start with Miss Citylicious here. Anybody got anything to say about Miss Citylicious's cracked outfit here?
Would you like to go first, Peroxide, or me?
Sure, I can go first. I think that it definitely represents the things that they mentioned. I think it talks a lot about, their original game plan, and, they've spent a little bit of time in the bottom, but they were able to hold it together, and when they needed to desync for their life, they showed up and showed out, as we've said time time and time again. And I also think it shows a little bit of vulnerability, you know. Despite that golden armor that they can boast so proudly, we all have cracks, and there's always going to be a crack in the armor. And I think that with this competition, we've seen a little bit of that vulnerability from Citylicious, and I like it a lot. I think it's a great take.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think you did really well with this. It's difficult because when I look at like the cracked thing, like I see like, you know, like the ground like cracking and then like light shining through from like, I don't know, lava or something, like whatever you'd think, but the colors don't really line up to what I would expect them to be from what I want, like what I'm visualizing. But with that being said, I've never seen this pattern look better than you wearing it right now. I also think the faceplate matches really well, and I like your story. So it's a win for sure. Obviously, I'm gonna have little things about each outfit that I don't love, and so I'm just being honest. But I think you did well.
I agree. I think you did a really good job. I like that the fact that I don't feel like you see this solar. Is solar eclipse? I don't remember what this pattern is called, but it's like the beginning one from like season 4. I feel like you don't see it very often anymore. Like no one really uses. Like I actually initially used that costume for my B pattern, but the yellow was too bright, so I was like,
I was going to say
I can't use this. But in this situation, the fact when it's with the cracked pattern, the yellow isn't like so bright to the point where I want to just claw my eyes out. Like it looks really good. My only critique is the white eyes. Is that I don't know if it necessarily goes with the outfit. I do think there's another faceplate with like the night owl that Wasabi had earlier with the yellow eyes and like the kind of grayish face, that while the face might not have matched as much to the pure black, I think it might have fit overall more better because of the eye color matching the color that you had for your aesthetic. But I don't think it's a bad look at all. Like I like the cracked pattern at the end of the day, and I like the way that everything kind of looks on this one. I just kind of wish that the eyes matched the rest of the costume.
Thank you. Yeah, I personally don't like how the black matches with the other black faceplate, but I totally get it. The eyes matching would have been awesome.
I don't think there is a way that we could have made the eyes fit 100% with the color that you chose. I think that's what it comes down to, really.
Yeah, totally. And I totally agree about this color too. It doesn't look good on most patterns.
It looks good in this pattern though. Like I said, like
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you worked it though.
There's enough brightness in the yellow that it stands out from, you know, like if you were to use just like a boring yellow versus the bright yellow. So I like that personally.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and go for Miss Rispo. If anybody wants to start out with her.
I'll go first this time. I like the story. I do. And the colors line up really well. And the plain white tee does look crisp. And this is where things get a little difficult for me. So, me thinking that we're in the finale of a challenge and you show up with like a plain white tee, historically I would read you for filth. But because it's Fall Guys and there's limitations, yeah, I think you did all right. I think that you did good. I think you did okay.
I think maybe I'm seeing this in a different light a little bit. I think that as the competition went on, Rispo started to do a full pivot from fashion queen to comedy queen. And I think that they've fully embraced that in this finale. And I guess I'll find out if that's accurate or not in the next two outfits. But if that's true, I think this Eleganza is completely on with their new brand. Because I think we went from really flashy, gorgeous, outfits in the beginning, and then somewhere along the way, I think maybe somewhere around the Snatch game, Rispo kind of turned it on in a different department, and I really enjoyed that switch. And I'm not saying there was anything wrong with it before, but I think that this just fits Rispo's overall motif better, and I think this does. I agree, it is a little bit bland in the finale. I do expect to see maybe something that's got a little bit more going on to it. However, I do think that it is giving us comedy, especially once they got to talk about it.
I agree. So my thing with the naked pattern is I don't think we were going to get anything that necessarily makes us gag. I'll be honest, because we're missing the tops and the bottoms. That's half of the situations that we use to make costumes. I don't think any of the I'll just be honest. I don't think any of these costumes right now are making me gag. I'll be real. But as far as fitting the brief, fitting what we asked for, and the fact that you're also adding some comedy on top of it too, I'm fine with this costume. It everything matches. Everything is, like I said, it's crisp. The coloring is good. Is the story makes sense. I kind of wish I don't necessarily feel like I needed the story to get the sunburn idea. I think I got the sunburn idea beforehand. But it all makes sense once you include that as well too. So I'm completely okay with this. I don't think there's anything wrong with this at all whatsoever. Especially like I said, faceplate matches skin. I'm here for it. I've seen enough people that wear this skin, like the minion skin, that I'm down for a sunburn skin. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Thank you, judges.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I appreciate that, and I don't want you to think I just threw this together. I did actually think this bit out yesterday, so this was a part of my brand. So that's I hope to not disappoint in the next two.
I hope so too.
You're doing great.
I did want to just ask a quick
top 3.
Yeah, disappointed or sorry, no. I just want to ask a quick question. Oh my god, I changed my train of thought there. Renegade, do you want us to rank all of these 3 outfits separately, or do you want us to get one final overall ranking?
Separately for each one. So
separately? I thought as much, yeah. Okay, cool.
So we'll technically go into this with 9 different score rankings to have to put into it. So I have my first one already done, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in our group chat.
Were we gonna critique our third contestant?
Oh, just kidding.
I was going to say...
Oh, just kidding. All right, last contestant. Before I make any critiques.
Miss Pontoon?
Miss Pontoon.
RuNegade may have forgotten about our third contestant, but I, on the other hand, did not. I am now. Let me just preface this a little bit. City Limits. I look at the outfit. I have a certain opinion about it. He describes it, and then I like it more. Rispo. I look at the outfit. I think something he describes it. I like it more. Whiskers is the contestant that brought us an outfit that, as he described it, I almost liked it less. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm very proud of Whiskers for interpreting it, but I think this outfit actually is the one that speaks for itself and didn't need any explanation. Because when I look at this, I think like fashion, catalog, Vogue, like advertisement, marketing, like Fall Guys. Yeah, it's just the Fall Guys text printed on, but I always thought the skin was brilliant, and the fact that he did it in such a clean, like white pink eyes, like City Limits. We love his cracked, idea, but there was debate over the fact that the faceplate didn't match. Rispa, we like his idea, like it has its certain elements, but like Whiskers, there's no controversy over the color match. It just looks great.
I agree with that. I do agree with that the color, everything it's very clean. It's very, as far as like I said, when it comes down to the naked extravaganza, there's only so much you could really do, and you did what I think was the brief. Is you matched your outfit to yourself. Like there's no question as far as like when I say like with City with his eyes or anything like that. Like everything with yours flows. So I'm here for it. Storyline wise. Did I need for it to be explained? Not necessarily, but I also didn't need a few of the other ones explained for this round. I think this is one that was kind of most straightforward. But I'm still here for the look, and I love the fact that they came out with that faceplate with the pink eyes. It looks so good.
I appreciate it. I was definitely like going for kind of, if it wasn't able to be explained, that fashion route, but I also wanted to add like a twist of me and just like my drag character that I brought into this competition, which is just like crazy, like all over the place. So I thought it was a good representation of like being that fashion line, but also being like just like having a silly meaning behind it.
I'm like, I low-key feel like you should change your name from Jinx Pontoon to like Bean Needles or something, because you're giving me Cher Needle vibes with your looks. Like it's very like it's very much so like it's just out of the box, not something you would really see, but still fits. And I think that's your aesthetic, and that's what I like.
Thank you.
Did anybody?
I don't really
not
have
Whiskers?
I don't really have much to add that hasn't been said. I think I can agree. To be honest, I really like the look a lot. I think that it is a great costume. I think the pattern you picked goes really well for a nude bean because of the fact that it has splashes of color in different places, and it also leaves like this naked kind of body underneath. You did a good job matching the faceplate, of course. And then I think I agree with Cody a little bit. I think as you went a little bit guggy, I was like, I'm losing my Eleganza, and I'm getting a little bit silly. And I know that was kind of what you were going for, but I thought you nailed just the fashion element of this outfit. And then your explanation kind of made it a little bit sillier. But that said, the look is still slaying.
We're all born naked,
Thank
and
you.
the rest is sunburned. That's right. Alrighty, y'all. Go ahead and drop out of this round if you don't mind, and go ahead and put on your ugliest fit extravaganza. While our judges go ahead and drop into the channel what your rankings are for this particular round, if you haven't done so already.
Okay, so it's not the case, but when I first looked at our critiques, like our judging, I actually thought that we had all like three-way tied the scores
Oh, I know,
just by
right?
picking people in a different order.
I was looking at that too. I was like, there's no way that we all did that. But
Could you imagine,
we do
right?
currently have somebody pulling a tiny bit ahead, but it is.
It's still early.
It's not. It's
Still
beyond.
early.
Yeah, it's far from over.
Still early.
Mhm.
No one has unanimously won or lost.
The one thing I did want to say, because I wasn't planning on having a mini challenge during the finale, but now it kind of happened that way. Whiskers, I was initially giving you 9 points for this. I want to let you know that unfortunately I have to knock it down to 6 because there's just less people left in the situation. I don't think I could give 9 points because 9 points is a whole category of a 10, you know? So I think I need to knock that down to a little bit to 6 just to make it fair. So I hope you're okay with that. But whenever it's ready, feel free to jump in with your ugliest costume extravaganza. I'm already loving what I see right now. The shade. The shade. The shade right now, I can't. Alright, let's go. We'll start in a different order this time. Let's go with, since City went first last time, let's go with Rispo. Go ahead and give your description of your outfit here.
So after given the task and understanding that the mission was the most, disgusting outfit you can imagine and something that just makes you vomit on sight, I ran about an 8-hour just randomizing, couldn't really come up with something, and then this fit just came out of nowhere, and instantly my mouth just started salivating, ready to vomit, and I couldn't even handle it anymore, so I had to take it off. And this is only the second time I'm wearing it this weekend, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the viewers. I'm sorry to the judges, but you made me do this.
It's true, I did. It's my fault. I take full responsibility for this whole process here. Miss Jinx Pontoon, tell us about your look.
Yes, so I think I came into this specific category with a little bit of expectations maybe on my shoulders because I would like to self-proclaim myself as maybe the queen of ugly costumes. So this is a crafted combination of something that I think is possibly the worst thing I've ever seen. You can take many stories with it, but the thing that I'm getting the most of it is maybe like you're at a baseball game and these are like the gross, rotten leftovers, and I've taken it and I've made it into a look, but it still makes you repel. Like I'm getting this orange dripping down as like ice cream, dripping on this like crusted, gross hot dog that's been left for way too long. And it's just disgusting, but I kind of love it at the same time.
Okay, alright, Miss Jinx, okay. I'll finally finish this off, Miss Citylicious. tell us about this gorgeous piece of ugly extravaganza that you're wearing right now.
Of course. So, I've always viewed the Kraken upper right here as one of the ugliest skins of all time, and as you can tell, being that no one ever uses this skin, and listening from feedback from previous rounds, I wanted to make sure I had like a general theme, so I went with like a pirate theme for the ugliness. I got the little fish pattern, which I also think doesn't really match too well, so kind of goes along with the ugly vibe. And then also just the head bulge. You can't really see it from your angle, but the back of the skin just looks really bad too.
Here, let's put the back on so I can see the back. What's it, Kraken?
Oh yeah, the Krakens.
Is it T or yeah?
Yeah,
T.
T.
Okay. Let's see what the back of this looks like. Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
the skin is ugly. It edges out.
That's pretty disgusting.
It's like Megamind.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go ahead and start with our critiques. We'll start out with Riss. Boop. Anybody want to go first?
Well, I definitely agree that she's becoming a comedy queen late in the tournament, and this sells that. Yeah.
I mean, this is a look we're all familiar with. Of course, we've all seen it in the Blunder Dome, and every time you come across it, you're just like, oh, ugh, oh my god, not this thing again. And yeah, once again, I think that Brispo's pivot to comedy queen is becoming more apparent here. And I think that this was definitely comedy. I think they did a great job. And if that's what they're going for, I think they're selling it for sure.
Oh yeah, I get the comedy from it. I love the comedy from it, by the way. Don't get me wrong, I don't like the Bulby whatsoever. Nothing against you, Drew. Love you. Would never wear this unless I'm doing Drew Snipes. I think I love the comedy aspect of it, and I think if the other people in this round didn't do so well with like making their skin absolutely atrocious, I would be more on the lines of like giving being like, oh, you number one, right? You like, because you went for the joke. Oh my god, Casey! Thank you for the raid of 26 right now, right in the middle of my critique, bitch. Thank you so much for ruining my critique. Thank you. Anyway, just kidding. Thank you for the raid. For all of you who don't know me, which I'm pretty sure is most of you, I am Renegade Killer B. I do lots of Fall Guys stuff. Today we are in the middle of my first comeback stream in like 2 weeks. We are doing Renegade's Drag Race. We are getting money for the Trevor Project tonight, so if you guys want to do exclamation point donate, it's going to an amazing cause. Otherwise, right now we are at the final 3 of our competition. Right now they are doing Ugly Fit Extravaganza as part of our fall ball that we're doing right now. We have 3 looks that we're looking at right now that they're being judged on. Only 2 of them are going to make it on. This is the second look that they're doing on, and I was just about to give my critique to who was I giving my critique to? I was giving my critique to Rispo, talking about his ugly extravaganza. But so what all I'll say on this is, love the comedy aspect of it. If the other 2 costumes weren't so ugly, I would be like, yes, I'm here for it. But I think I'm so used to seeing the Bulby in general now that I'm just like, it's just kind of like whatever, you know. like I'm like it's not ugly, it's not cute, I'm never gonna wear it. But do I think it's the ugliest fit?
I think Rispo took a risk here and knew what he was doing for the laughs and was just banking on the fact that that would carry him through. And
Pizza, thank you for the $20.
Might wrong,
Appreciate
but it
you.
also could be what ends him.
That $20 dono, let's go. Yeah, I'm that's kind of where I'm at, is like I feel like there are uglier costumes than what Rispo made. I get the joke, but I'm also like, there's like some hideous abominations on both sides of me right now, and I'm like, this is disgusting. I want to throw up. I'm looking at his being to like actively make me not throw up. So I don't know for me.
And all of your feedback is 100%. And I committed to a brand for this tournament. And Cody, you're right. I did take a risk, but I knew going in here where I was going. So I knew going into the final. I didn't think I'd make it to the final, first of all. So that's funny in itself. But
You're here,
yeah,
though.
I definitely am playing that brand.
You showed up and showed out, bitch.
Hey, I'm doing fantastic, Diego. I'm doing amazing. This has been such a fun night. Such a fun night. I've been amazing. Now our final. Oh, just kidding. Let's go ahead and go to our next competitor, Whiskers. Anybody have anything to say about Miss Jinxed Pontoon? Thank you for the gift sub, Matt Huddy. It's a Pizza Hut. Let's go.
This is definitely the most hideous costume to me. I know we aren't necessarily comparing them yet, but it's definitely gross. I get the hot dog thrown in the trash theme and like the something slimy thrown in top, and it just kind of like all blends together in this like trash monster creature. And I just love too that like the faceplate and the body and nothing matches, and it's a texture combination that's disgusting. I think maybe if the gold bottom was actually the regular hot dog, I would hate it more. But it's definitely bad. It's definitely bad, which makes it good, because that was the point.
Yeah, this shit is horrid. I said earlier in the competition that I thought that Miss Jinx Pontoon was going to have an unfair advantage in the ugly costume category because she just always wears the ugliest things that you can find in the game. And once again, not disappointing here. I mean, this is gross. However, I also think that maybe not enough confidence in her outfits. I think that her work speaks for itself, and I like that she's trying to give a little bit of backstory, a little bit of plot to the costumes. But once again, I'm sold when she comes in with the Eleganza. I don't need the plot.
Agreed.
You know, like the baseball story. I was like, okay, you're losing me a little. I was like, I don't see baseball game. I see ugly, disgusting, alien hot dog, slimy, bald, toe jam under the bed, garbage shower drain monster, and that was good enough for me.
I'm here for
That's
it.
very-
what I'm
Honestly,
calling it.
So here for the garbage, extravaganza, under the bed, realness, whatever the fuck Proxide just called it. That's totally it. I do agree with, I think Cody said it, that had you had the regular hot dog bottom, I think it would have flowed a little bit better, but I mean, it's supposed to be an ugly costume. I don't know if flowing is necessarily a good thing, you know?
Yeah, so for making it the regular, I did think about that a little bit, but making it the regular one, it is kind of that red color. And I know Cody pointed out, which I'm glad Cody pointed out, I wanted to make sure that absolutely nothing on this costume matched. Like, it was literally everything was just leftover, thrown in the garbage. Like, nothing makes sense. It's all just there.
And it
I will
shows.
say that is definitely
It shows.
when I think
That's
ugly
right, thank you for the
costumes.
follow.
When I think ugly costumes, I want to see like something that does not work. Like every element is like, why did you do this with this? You know, and that's every time Miss Pontoon does ugly costumes. That's what she gives. That's what she serves.
Can I
Totally.
segue off of you for a little bit? And did we get a chance to critique Miss Citylicious yet?
Not yet.
Okay,
But you're
so
welcome
can
to go ahead and
can
start.
I segue just a little bit into that? So, in the same fashion, right? I love that Miss Citylicious began the conversation with, from the previous rounds, I kind of learned about like the theme or like the aesthetic, but unfortunately, this is not the kind of round where you do that, and this goes back to Whiskers and nothing matching, and then switching over and looking at Citylicious and the color palette. The fact that it's like all sea creature Eleganza, like I get it. The top is bulbous and that kind of makes it ugly. But when I look at this fit, I feel like it would be like fully realized marine fantasy, not ugly outfit. And I think it's just a little too matchy in the right way for it to be good in this competition where you want it to be wrong.
I think I completely agree. I was looking at City's costume and I was like, this has all of the ugly pieces, but it works together. And I was like, this is serving me like sea monster Eleganza. And I was hoping to see, Frankenstein gone wrong. But this works. It went right. It went too right, I think. And I think all of the pieces were there. And it really, don't get me wrong, it's still ugly. but I think I would wear it. Like, if I rolled this on random, I'd be like, yeah, I can roll with this for a game.
I agree. I think this is. I feel bad because you match. You look honestly. Your costume looks really
She
good.
looks
like,
great.
If this
Yeah,
was
she
like,
looks good.
If this was like spirit animals and you were like, well, I'm gonna do like sea monster. I'm a sea monster. Like, I'd be like, fuck yeah, this is amazing. Like, I see sea monster like no other. Like, it looks good together. I do agree though that the top part, that bulbous back of it, is gross. It's disgusting. But you threw it together with like some really good aesthetic pieces, which actually make it look a lot better. I'm having a hard time ranking this outfit because I think it looks really good. I just don't think it's, and it is
Right?
ugly
I
to
was
some
thinking
degree.
the same thing.
Like, it is ugly to some degree because, like I said, that I keep looking at my bean right now, like the top of that being the back. It's disgusting. Like, it's disgusting.
Like,
But
my read on this outfit, I want to
so
say, like,
pretty
you chose
to some
now to
degree.
look good.
You know? It's not. I wouldn't say it's the ugliest fit I've ever seen. Actually, it looks kind of good. Like, I feel horrible that we're saying like your ugly outfit is matched like on theme, you know. But
Yeah,
like,
no, that's okay.
you know?
Yeah, I understand.
I feel really bad, yeah, because you took our criticism and you were like, okay, my thing, like my costumes, my fits have not been working well enough together. I'm gonna fix that. And unfortunately, it was just the one round where you want all the pieces to look like they don't work.
You want to look like it's your first round coming in here, and you have no idea what's happening for ugliest fit. You know. This looks like you've been here for a while, and you're going for like sea monster, extravaganza, eleganza, realness.
Yeah, if the category was something along the lines of like ocean deep, or even like by the sea, or anything to do with like water or creatures or animals, I would be like, this is sea monster realness, exactly. And that's why I don't know where to put it, because it's like, it's a great costume, but it is ugly, but it works together. Like, I think we're all on the same page here.
Can we talk about why the Kraken has a zipper though?
Yeah, that shit's
Yeah,
weird.
that is awkward. That is awkward. Like, why? Why?
I don't like that at all. It's just extra ugly for sure. Yeah, you're right about when you said that's one of the ugliest costumes in Fall Guys.
It
I
really
think
is.
you're right.
Right. I don't see anyone wear this.
You made it look so good though, to the point like
You
if
really-
I rolled that, if
yeah,
I
you
literally
wore it
rolled
out.
that on random, I would wear that.
I'm like,
I would wear that. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying.
It's also like my favorite color palette of like teal and brown.
The teal, honestly, like the teal. I know we're having some discussion about like this being ugly, but like the color of the thing, and like especially the color of the ship. I really like
Oh
the
yeah,
color of
it's
the ship.
glowing.
Yeah, I like the
You're
color of the
glowing
ship.
right
I don't know
now.
why. I'm sorry. I like the color of the ship, but okay. I'll go ahead and I'll send my rankings in for this round. Actually, I think I did already. Yeah, I think I did already. Okay. Now, for our final round for the ball, it will now be our Streamer Family Resemblance Realness. Remember, they were putting on a costume to match Miss Cody Visagasaurus to attempt to look like she is a member of her family. That's what we're looking for here, is not necessarily something that's completely on the dot. We want to see their interpretation of Cody's outfit for them. So while they do that, I'm going to go ahead and add up the rest of the points.
I think I know what to expect from Citylicious here. Just because I think I know what they're packing in their wardrobe, and I'm very excited to see what they've done with it, to be honest. Because I think I know what kind of outfit main piece we're going to be looking at. But I really want to see the twist that they take with it, and I want to see how they made it work as if they were related to Codysaurus. So I'm actually very excited to see what we're going to get from Citylicious in this final 3 rounds here.
Honestly, this is going to be the one that I'm going to personally be ranking a little bit more... I'll give a little bit more weight towards this round, as far as I'm concerned. Because this is the round that they did not have anything to do beforehand. They were given this immediately. probably like 20 minutes ago. They've had 20 minutes to put together a style, and this is what they are trying to match. We got the gold wolf tail, we have the dark knight top, we have the regal pattern with the I don't know what that color is. I'll pretend and say it's
royal purple. I think.
yeah, royal purple. Blah blah blah. That's what I said. So so this is what we're trying to get right. Okay. So remember, it's not going to be an exact interpretation. We want to see what their interpretation of being part of Cody's streamer family would be.
RuNegade, they kind of have a point. Could you maybe put on the outfit for us?
I would, but I don't have the Dark Knight because I suck.
Oh, that's...
So stop bringing that up, y'all. I already told y'all beforehand I don't have that shit. I'm just
There's
gonna
a
go
callback
jump out
to an
a
earlier
window
episode.
right now, really quick, while I feel terrible for myself. Okay, anyway, whoever wants to gift me the Dark Knight, feel free to do so.
We can switch accounts if you want.
I know, right? How about you just go ahead and just do the rest of the stream here, Peroxide? It's all you. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into our first look here. Let's go ahead and start with a Whiskers. Miss Jinx Pontoon, tell us about this look that you got going on here.
Yes, okay, so my look, I wanted to kind of give, obviously the family resemblance, so the first thing I thought was mother-daughter. So Cody does night snipes on his channel, and when you start out, before you get a win in the snipes, you have to be this cavalier skin, so I definitely wanted to make that the focus piece in this whole look. So I just kind of went around that, what looks good. I thought the chainmail was a good pattern as well. I've incorporated this like raspberry pink and white color before, so I kind of wanted to keep that consistent to show some of me through it as well, to show some individuality, but I also just wanted to get this cavalier at the forefront and kind of make that the focus.
Gotcha. Miss Citylicious, go ahead and tell us about this fit that you just brought us here.
Yeah, so going along with the familial ties, I wanted to be like the elder of the family, putting on the Golden Knight, showing that I have experience, and then also with the classic big bad lowers to resemble that we are part of the same family. And then I know Cody always rocks the regal pattern, but I figured I'd put on a more formal, older type pattern, going with the classic floral. And yeah.
There you go.
Konnichiwa.
Holy crap. PD, what are you doing right now?
Just in time for the finale.
What are you doing right now, PD? What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? I mean, hi! Everybody come from PD's stream. Welcome on in. Y'all are just in time for the finale of a Renegade's Drag Race. This has been a long... Actually, it hasn't been that long. It's been like 9 hours, but has not felt like 9 hours of the most cracked gamers that have put on some of the best Eleganza, Extravaganza that you could ever see in this game. And we're doing this for an amazing cause. We've already raised over $580 for the Trevor Project. Amazing. Y'all are so good. And we are here at the final 3, in literally the final category before we decide who our top 2 is. Our final 3 right now so far is Miss Citylicious, aka City Limits PK, Miss Rispo, aka Rispo, and Miss Jinx Pontoon, aka Whiskers. Right now we are doing our second to last category of the night, which is streamer, or actually it's our fall ball extravaganza. They're having to choose 3 looks to put together for this. Their first look was a naked look where they could not use a top or a bottom. Their second look for the outfit here was their ugliest fit, which we just went over. Right now they're doing streamer family realness. Right now they're trying to become a part of Cody's streamer family by matching his fit here to a fit they have in the game. So we are just letting them go over, tell us what is happening with their outfits, and within like an hour or so, or like less than an hour, probably like the next like 30 minutes, we're gonna have a winner of this. So excited here. Now Miss Rispo, feel free to fill everybody on chat now that we have a huge audience here on what's happening with your outfit.
Sure. So, as a fellow knighted member in the lore of Cody's community, I assumed that there would be a lot of similar fits with these 3 finals here, incorporating the knight or the cavalier or flexing the gold knight. Beautiful. But I stayed away from the cavalier only simply because I know Cody's despised for the color green, and I didn't really want to afford any more hate
Thank you for the
at
gift
this
sub to
level in the game.
Steez, Callow.
And I
You're
did,
amazing.
you know, kind of step away from my comedy role here. But staying away from the gold, staying away from any of the wolf tail, I went with the gatherer as a bottom, kind of to show that I'm, you know, still a lower. I'm like, I guess, a lower tiered knight. I'm still not, you know, still not the full knight, nowhere near the black knight, not close to the gold knight. So I kind of kept it more of like a humbling bottom, and then kind of just tied in the chainmail underneath with them crisp blue eyes and a little yellow sunshine background to pretty much you know, tie in everything up top there.
Cody's right. We do love a humble bottom. Alrighty. So now we'll go ahead and we'll hear from the judges to see what we thought about all three of these final, or second to last. This is literally the second to last theme that y'all are gonna see tonight. We only have one more theme after this, and that's for our final two. So let's go ahead and get our real last judging going ahead here with our everybody want to go ahead and go first for Miss Weiskers, aka Jinx Pontoon. Cody, do you have anything to say, being that this is your outfit?
Oh yeah, you should start, Cody.
I'd love to address this. So I'm mixed feelings on the whether or not we're gonna go down understanding the assignment with this one, because Whiskers is absolutely right. We do Cavalier into Night Snipes, so familially and in regards to what I do in my community, I think spot on. I think it's really great. I almost thought that this dress was a stab at my previous outfit where I wore the same exact dress and you guys tried to criticize me for it, so I laughed. But with that being said, I really wanted to see the family resemblance to the knight. And if you didn't do the knight top, then the knight bottom, or like something within the color aesthetic. So in terms of family resemblance, this one's actually the farthest off for me. But I do like it. I do think it works. And I think that knowing the backstory is actually really valuable, and I respect that. I just don't know if that's where I would have taken the assignment.
Miss Paras Matthews.
I think I'm somewhere on the same page as Cody. I really like that you kind of opted for a unexpected bottom choice, and definitely not something you would expect to see in Night Snipes, especially not when you're trying to go for something to stay on topic with the wolf tail. And the Cavalier top, I think I do agree with Cody. It is. You know, the lore is really awesome. It's cool that you know you did your homework. You know the backstory. You prepared coming into the competition, even though you didn't know what you were getting yourself in for. But I do agree it is a bit far off. And then I do like that you went for the alternate approach of mother-daughter rather than, you know, brother or fellow knight or something along those lines. I will give respect to that. I just do think that maybe, like Cody said, it's not the direction I would have gone.
I agree. I think with this look here is I could appreciate the backstory behind it. I could appreciate, but honestly, all the thought that went into it. And I get the mother-daughter thing. My only thing is that I wish there would have been. I don't know. I think this is just Fall Guys here when it comes down to it. But when we're doing like any sort of family resemblance looks, you always want to at least have like some sort of similar color pattern, just something that kind of will always tie you back to the initial look that you originally have. And here, there's honestly, like, if we really look to what Cody submitted us here, there's really no color that matches. There's no real resemblance at all between the two looks. So while it looks really good and I get the story behind it, I don't see the connection between the two.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just-
And like we've said earlier in the competition, it should make sense to us when upon sight, rather than after, you know, like doing our homework.
So I think as far
Very
as
agree.
that goes, I'm a little, yeah, slightly, just a slightly, a little. Yeah.
Jinx, what happened to your skirt?
But I feel like even if you went maybe
the whole time.
right, even if you went for like the
You were
had
untucked?
you done that, I think I probably would have appreciated that a little bit more, but I still think with like I said, it's a color pattern thing, I think, and I don't think there's any, because I don't think there's a reskin of the Cavalier, right? So I don't think there's any way you could really make that green and white and red really go with the blue and the orangish yellow that's in the night outfit personally. So that's just my opinion on the situation, but I still think it's a really good look. I just don't know if it follows the assignment 100%.
We lost the resemblance a little bit.
And it could have been that we weren't 100% clear on the directions.
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually,
when we say family resemblance, you already knew too much, I think, for your own good.
this is actually flashing me back. I don't know how many people have seen it. To Canada's Drag Race 2. There was a queen that did a look that was amazing. She did for her family look, she did fire and ice. They were amazing, but they were just so different that they didn't look related. I think that's the issue here, is that I get the backstory and why you went with it, but it's just very, like Knight, Cavalier. They I don't know if they work as far as really a family as a cohesive look. So I think that's just my thing with the outfit.
That makes sense. I totally understand that. I thought that the Cavalier would read more as family resemblance just with the backstory, but I totally get all of that. I tried to tie it in as much as I can. I'm happy with what I did, but I appreciate all the feedback.
Bad. At the end of the day,
You still showed out, bitch.
Let's just say at the end of this, none of y'all did bad here. So we have to pull hairs. There's 3 people left. We have to get down to a 2.
Yeah, we have to get as picky as possible, or you're all gonna tie.
You're right. Which I would love to give all 3 of you the win, but I don't want this to turn into All Stars 4, and we don't need multiple crowns here. No. Like Shangela is a star when she got rigged at 3rd. Like whoever goes out here is still gonna be a star. It's nothing against any of y'all here. Okay. Y'all already know that. Let's go ahead and get to our next player here, Miss Citylicious, with the Golden Knight realness here. Anybody want to go first with that?
Yes, I will. So this may, in fact, be my favorite interpretation of the family resemblance, and I'm going to tell you why. It is exact enough in the sense that it has the night wolf like aesthetic, right, which is the 2 main components, but neither of them are mine. And I think that's really important, because if you just slap on the same Dark Knight and Gold Wolf Tail, or the Gold Knight with the Gold Wolf Tail, like, you're basically just copying me, and you need to have subtle similarities. So when going for the black tail, when you have the Gold Wolf Tail, shows me that you had the control to not copy, and I respect that. I really like that. Also, I know you have access to pretty much the rest of, the thing that's like kind of fun about mine is like it's not an outfit everyone has, and that's actually why I wear it. So I kind of, when I put my outfit together, I wanted to highlight the hardest stuff to get in the game that I had. So like the Dark Knight is an exclusive, so that's the main point. And then the Gold Wolf Tail is the best crown rank item I have for the lower half. And then I use the same color and pattern that are the hardest to get, along with the alloy faceplate, which, because there's not really a faceplate that's like super hard to get, that one was the most annoying to get. And I really thought it actually looked really cool together, so it's kind of like my bragging rights character. And for you didn't steal any of those elements. Instead, you found ways to like highlight them. You went with this orange color, but it's very different still. Like it looks like we showed up to the same party, like, and it's like we're celebrating the same sporting team, but we like went with different colors on like our hats or something. Like it's cute, it matches, but it's not a copy. And you also took that cohesive advice from the previous round, and you like did orange eyes with an orange body color, and then you matched the black of that to the face and then to the feet, and it just, this one is a win for me. A big fat W.
I hate to be a yo samesies, but I mean, I'm kind of in exactly the same boat. I think that the orange and black with the orange and black faceplate was a really nice touch. I really like that you took a lot of the elements that Cody uses in his costume and switched them. Like he said, you own a lot of these similar elements. You own the Gold Wolf Tail, and you went with something else completely. You went with definite key family resemblance. We know exactly who that costume looks like upon sight, but it's not the same pattern, it's not the same top, it's not the same bottom. However, it resembles excellently, and I was kind of hoping you were going to bring this out because I knew you had this in your closet, and I'm glad you went with that choice. I think that honestly it looks as good as the sea monster in the nicest way possible because it just works. It just works.
I want to just
Thank
pull
you,
this
Cody
up
and Peroxide.
really quick. So you can see the costume one more time, and now I'm going to go back here. The thing that I really appreciate, I get that it was probably an obvious you were going to use the Gold Knight, but the fact that Cody's body color typically is that kind of goldish orangish color, and then you use the Gold Knight on top of that, to me, is amazing. Like, it really, as far as I'm concerned, really reads family resemblance. Like you said, I see, like, the older father, and then I see like the younger rebellious child. You know, I see the fact that you literally used all of his pieces but chose other colors, and then you chose a pattern that really went well with your costume. I could really appreciate that. And none of these things are things that necessarily already go together. You know, like it's not like you chose like the golden wolf bottom, whatever, with your golden wolf top. You went completely the opposite way, and I could really appreciate that, and I like what you came up there with your look there, City. I'm very impressed with this look. Absolutely.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I did put a lot of thought into it.
It shows. Good job.
Absolutely. Definitely. Alright, now our final critique for our final member of the final three, Riss. Let's go ahead and get this.
Cody should kick it off right again. Yeah.
Yeah, go for Cody.
So I would be happy to. I think that what I like and what I'm excited to do, and I'm gonna be captain comparison with this because since we're everyone's in the same lobby and it's really easy, and when it comes down to the final three, like we have to compare. That's how you decide who did better. Rispo has access to the same wardrobe that City does in a sense. Like maybe not the gold knight, but you can do the same kind of thing with the blue knight. Like you could have still done the the wolf tail or like a plain black foot or whatever, but he went with something unique, which I like. And I like the color palette situation with it kind of being yellow and blue. But I do have one criticism, and that is that when I look at this, I am drowning in patterns. There's a pattern on the dress, like the lower caveman half, that's like cheetah print, and I think that pattern actually exists like in Fall Guy form. Like I think it was the one Wasabi was wearing earlier, so maybe you could have continued that throughout the whole outfit, but instead you went with diamonds. So then there's a second pattern, and there's just so much going on that like those two clash so badly that like I'm not a fan of the choice. I almost would have done like plain blue or plain yellow or just something solid instead of trying to do another pattern, because it's a lot for my eyes to handle. But I do like it. I do like it. I'm not disliking it. I just would have gone with a different pattern. I think that's my only problem with this outfit is the body pattern.
I can go next. I think honestly, I think this costume is great. I think you did a really good job. I really like that you because at first I'm gonna be honest, I looked at the Gatherer and I was like, I think you missed an element, but then you explained. And I do like when a costume pops right off the bat, but I think that you backed this up pretty nicely. And I will give you that for sure. The chainmail is obviously a nice touch. I like that you went with a different pattern and a different color scheme, especially when they match the night top. I can respect all of that. Only thing that I think is lost on me a little bit is that Cody's pattern shows so much. Cody's costume shows so much body, and I think between the night top, you already lose a decent amount of that. So when you add the Gatherer bottoms instead of something small like sneakers, like toe jams, like wolf tail, we just lose a lot of that. But I still think that the costume is very well put together. I think you color coordinated nicely. I think you understood the assignment greatly. I just wish I could have seen more of that lower half.
I don't have an issue as far as everything's showing. I like all the elements that have been put together here. My only critique, I think, will go back to kind of what Cody was saying, is that the patterns definitely kind of throw you off. I feel like with the bottoms, especially with the color pattern on those as well too, I don't know if they necessarily match the color pattern that you went with your actual body. because like it's like a teal blue, and then you have the gold and the blue with the middle. There's a lot of like the different color blues I think are throwing me off. It's like 3 different color blues.
Yeah, I'm seeing 3 different blues,
but
maybe 4 if you count the shoes.
Right. So it's just there's a lot of. I feel like had you either dropped the pattern on your body or dropped the whole caveman aesthetic too, it would have worked out a little bit better. There's just a lot my eyes are going to right now. You don't look bad at all, because I mean everything matches, everything is clean. It's just that section at the bottom is kind of definitely throwing me off, because the top of the outfit and the bottom of the outfit do kind of feel like 2 very separate things for me, and I don't think the pattern is necessarily bringing it together to me to make it feel like it's one cohesive look, if that makes sense.
Yeah, everything all 3 of you said makes complete sense. I would have, I mean, hindsight 2020, definitely would have stayed away from the pattern clash, but I think in my head I chose thematic over fashion, and we're in a fashion show, so that's on me.
It's not a bad look at all.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I still love your look
at all.
I love it. I just think that the resemblance gets lost a little bit more than you were probably thinking in your head.
Yeah, it's very busy, and I didn't want to just copy and throw the wolf tail on, because I thought then I'd be criticized for just being too similar. So it was just it was a last minute decision.
I get that. I totally get that. It's a weird category, I feel like, because it's like we wanted to see something that's very similar, but we also want to see something that's cohesive. So it's like Cody's outfit, I'll be honest, I mean that faceplate with the rest of the butt does not read well. I'll be real. I'm just gonna read you right now, Cody. You have a blue faceplate and the rest of your body is red and black. Does not make any sense. Anyway.
I described why.
I get why.
Yeah. The real problem here is Cody's pattern, right, guys? Yeah.
Clearly.
You know. Yeah. I'm like, at the end of the day though, like, we gave y'all assignment. Y'all showed up for the assignment. We have to pick, and we have to be an asshole when it comes down to
Picky.
it,
Yeah, we have to be so picky.
Because honestly, all 3 of you would be a fantastic winner here. I don't see any real reason to eliminate any of you other than the fact that I have to, because that's how the rules of the game work.
I'm gonna be super honest. I think that any of the 3 looks that you presented in this round, in this competition, I think any of those 3 could have been winners on their own right. I think you all did a great job in all 3 rounds. I just think that because the competition is so tough and so strict, because we're in the finals now, we're in the final 3, that we just have to look as nitpicky as we can and pick apart your outfits to the T and find what is really doing it.
Y'all, I just went through the scores for this round. This is insane.
There's no way.
If y'all really want to know what these scores look like, we have one clear winner.
Oh.
The scores are, sorry, I wouldn't say one clear winner. It is 19 points for first place, 18 points for second place, 18 points for third place. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Literally, 1 point has decided who guarantees them spot into the final 2, who has won the challenge, and who will have to DeSync for their life tonight. The player who has guaranteed themselves a spot in the final 2 after 9.5 hours of gameplay by 1 friggin' point is I need more wine. I'm sad. Just kidding. Is Miss Jinx Pontoon. Congratulations, you are our first finalist into tonight's grand finale. GG's, Weiskers.
Oh my god, thank you.
By 1 point. 1 point, y'all.
Miss Pontoon. By 1 point.
Is there.
Looking at all the other outfits everybody came up with, like City, Rispo, you guys are awesome too. So I was like, this could have literally been any of us with the 1 point advantage. So I appreciate it.
So you know what that means, y'all. That means that unfortunately Miss Citylicious, Miss Rispo, will be facing off in a battle for their lives to determine who will be in our grand finale. Vice Quiz, if you'd like to go ahead and leave the lobby, we could go ahead and get that final showdown started here. Oh my gosh. So y'all have been in this position before, by the way. But now is your chance here to not only show why y'all deserve to win. Yeah, just deserve why you deserve to win. I'm not more sure I was going with that. This is it though. Who will be in our final two? Will it be Miss Citylicious? Will it be Miss Rispo? This is intense. But when y'all are ready, go ahead and hit that ready button and we will get started. Right, Managy? 2 queens stand in front of me.
This is by far the scariest 1v1 I've ever been a part of.
2 queens stand in front of me. Remember, the player that gets closest to the crown with the most amount of kudos will be moving on to our final 2. The other person, unfortunately, will have to sashay away. For the final time, y'all, let's go on and get this DeSync for your life started. As always, good luck, and don't fuck it up. And while we're falling, I'm gonna go get more wine. Cause this ending, I need to have some beverages for. Oh yeah, wait, shoot! I forgot to ask. Hang on, wait, go back. Rispo, East Coast. City, West Coast. Central.
Sounds good.
Fine with me.
Okay, let me just go and requeue that. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and redo that as soon as y'all are ready. And we'll do that again. Okay, there we go. Okay, now good luck and don't fuck it up.
Oh, this is gonna be sweaty.
Good luck to both of you. I'm really sad that one of you has to go, but you both played incredibly well up to this point in all sorts of different aspects, and I can't wait to see how it ends.
Yeah, this has been a very, very fun, exciting run here.
Good luck, Rispo. Good luck, good luck.
Good luck. I hate that it comes down to a Fall Guys match against you, but here I'm gonna go out with I'm gonna go out swinging. I'm gonna go out swinging.
An NPC will suicide grab me because I got the.
You never know what I mean.
Yeah, you should.
We know that KDL is a great player, and they died to rhinos. Anything is possible.
Right? Yeah, I'll take the gold knight handicap you put on yourself.
Please, there have been plenty of rounds where I'm sure you've beat a gold knight before, Rispo. All it means is that they play more. Just kidding. What's up?
Do you wanna while these two do their first round, do you wanna walk the runway with me?
Oh, what am I walking? Oh yeah, let's do it.
I may have sniped into your game on purpose to show off my finale Eleganza.
Oh snap! Okay.
Let's go.
While I'm wearing this ugly piece of whatever. This is my finale Eleganza. Screw it. Where you Miss Pro side? Where you Miss Ross? Oh, bitch. Okay. I'm feeling you. Okay, hold up. Wait, oh, that's the wrong one. Wait. Oh, that's the wrong one too. Oh, that's the wrong one too. I don't have anything that will be good for you. I'm sorry. I could laugh at your costume, or I could go, what the fuck? Or I could dance at it. Okay, we'll samba to it. How's that? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling her. I love her pride armband.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
I'm here for the pride armband. I didn't even realize that before. Alright, so we're starting out here. Miss Citylicious got a 3rd. Rispo right behind with like a 6th. Something tells me that we could still like qualify here, but
already do your dirty like that, Rispo.
Yo, that cheeky grab almost sent me. I was not expecting it. I was like, okay, City, okay. If that wrecking ball hit me, I would have died.
I hit you with the classic.
Actually, almost not qualified there. It was very close.
So this is actually our first one where we got a full 60-person lobby. So, do we have any people in here that we know? Anybody in here that's about to be destroyed? I don't see anybody.
It sounds like we see Gopak.
Oh, GoPack's in here?
But
Say
maybe
what?
I'm tripping.
Is that why everyone's saying Pack in chat? I'm like, what?
I feel like it, but
thought
I don't know
like
why.
Pack like showed up in the stream. I was like, Pack ain't here, y'all. What are y'all talking about?
Oh, Pack donated money!
Oh, let's go, Pack. Let's go. Pack with that $3. Let's go, Pack. Appreciate you.
A silent donor.
Right? I need to get my stupid... I don't know why it's not working. Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's cracked. But thank you so much, Pack. Thank you for giving money to the charity here. Y'all are amazing. Tell Pack if he's in this game, he could stay, because he won't win. He'll throw. Just kidding. Love you, Pack.
Is he actually in the game?
Pack's really
go
in
Pack's in
here.
the tournament. We're not worried.
Right?
though.
He's literally like wearing his best look right now. He's like Reginald Realness right now. I don't see his name there, but there was a lot of names just called there really quickly. I don't
Random
think he's in here.
NPC grief at the end almost took me out. Imagine.
Oh no.
I saw that.
Did that
Stay
also look
alive.
targeted? What was that?
Really? Are there really people griefing in this?
Super suspicious.
Could you imagine?
Snipers in our
Dress,
event.
Sandy. I see you. I see you. Dress.
Yeah.
My Eleganza is better than yours.
They missed the gold night, so they went for the second night.
He's gonna cheat for the sleeper squad. I feel you. Let's go sleeper squad. I miss y'all, by the way. We need to do something soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. I won't lie. I'm so excited to get this thing off my head. It's been on for 10 hours almost. How do you people do hair? I don't get it.
Like,
I don't get it
at all, or like long hair?
at all.
Oh,
Ever since
I mean-
I've shaved mine like 5 years ago, and I've never like gone back.
I couldn't imagine like not having it.
It's like such like a weight off my shoulders waking up every morning trying to deal with my hair.
Weight off your shoulders, literally.
Literally.
Okay, this could be like
Okay.
the end of it right here.
True.
I mean, I might get the elimination bug again.
Could you imagine? Are they gonna go for it? Are they doing it? I see them inching towards each other. Is someone
Keeping
gonna
the
go for the
distance
win?
right now.
Someone to go for the win? Okay. I mean, are we really asking 11 people to be knocked off in this 2-bar? Okay, well, I guess they're going.
I wouldn't have too much faith in a public lobby.
Oh no, Rispo's stuck in the...
Oh no.
No. Just like that.
Oh my gosh.
No.
The end. The end of an icon.
No, Rispo! No! Not like this. Not like this. Ah. Ah. Well, let's go ahead and stay in the lobby here. Let's see if City can go ahead and get the crown. Because remember, he is trying to go for Miss Crown Geniality here. Winning the crown here for him would put him in first, because he will have the most crowns won. So let's see here if he could qualify through and get that dub.
I might have been muted. GG, Diddy.
GG, Riswell. Sorry you had to go out like that. It's a bummer.
I got caught in some like weird double grabs and just that was it.
Well, Rispo, I think I speak on behalf of everybody here tonight that you put on such an amazing show tonight. That Snatch Game performance that you did, dude. Oh my
Legendary.
God. Literally.
Incomparable.
Literally.
Honestly, the honor and the fact that I was included in this event tonight was just amazing, and I appreciate all of you. And I actually never put so much effort into something like this, like on a whim. Like I have spreadsheets. I have research. I have tabs everywhere. Like this was fun for me. I really
I
enjoyed
love
it.
that you did so much homework. You watched the show. You put
Yeah,
together.
I
You
got
put
some
together so much
episodes.
information. Yeah, I love that. I think you did an amazing job, and it was a
Honestly,
lot of
yeah.
fun to have you.
Out of
This was a blast. I hope
Anybody who
to
didn't
be a part of
know-
another.
anybody who didn't know the event, the fact that you went through so much just to make sure that you were and that you stood a shot at it is just so commendable and just amazing. And that's what we look for as far as, you know, our allies in our community, or people that are willing to take a risk in things that they don't necessarily know, you know. And you have done that to the T. And I think everybody here is. I don't think you could really leave here losing. None of y'all are losers. Nobody here is a loser tonight.
Everyone who competed tonight
nobody
is just amazing.
Not everybody's gonna get the money, unfortunately, but nobody is a loser at all. Everybody here is. I love all 10 of you, and whenever I do anything here, honestly, all 10 of you, even 11, because Michelle was here too. She had a job that she had to deal with, so I understand that. I'm here for her too. So, I literally, I'm just so thankful for all of y'all being here tonight, y'all having a good time, and y'all putting the effort in to make this event what it was. This is by far, I think, my best stream that I've ever had, ever. And I thank all of you to that. And I don't think I could want to see you want to sashay away yet. Let's see if City gets the crown first before we tell you to go away. You can stay here a little bit longer.
I appreciate that.
Let's milk this as far as we can. City, take home this crown. Get it right now.
Maybe you give me a proper send off.
Get it.
Maybe
Get it.
Rispo could commentate this final as The Rock.
Oh my God, yes. Yes.
I may have muscle memory left back to lobby already.
Oh no. I feel you though. I feel you. It's okay. I demand The
be
Rock to
available
visit
for
at
future
some point,
events.
though. Yeah, I demand The Rock to come back at some point here. I'm thinking probably like season 2, The Rock might actually have to like be one of our guest hosts.
A celebrity judge.
One of our
Very
celeb
Bianca
judges.
as Judge Judy having to come back for like.
Definitely.
You know.
Yes. I was gonna be like Vanjie when she came back that one season, but it's like she came back and told people what not to do because she sucked at her snatch game, which didn't really make much sense. So I won't call you Vanjie. No, you definitely Bianca. You Bianca'd your way through that snatch game. That was fire.
That was a blast to put
That was
together. I had a really fun time doing that.
Oh yeah, and don't forget we still have Miss Conveniality to give away at the end of the night, so we'll be doing that. And we still have Miss Crown Geniality to give away at the end of the night. So it's not over yet. Miss City here, Citylicious, has a little bit of space here on purple, but is sharing it with this 2-a-day horse, who has now run away and fallen right off and just... Did he just die? Okay, no, he didn't. He fell down blue. I was about to say, if he just did that and just died, I would laugh. But City is up here on yellow all by himself. I don't see any way that City loses this here. He has 3 competitors over here. He has 2 competitors still left on blue. My only worry is, are they going to take each other out? Oh, they just took each other out. Let's go. GG's.
GG.
I was more concerned because it looks like
official.
City took the potential
Well played.
entirety of all the yellow and split it in half, and I wasn't sure if they could get back over, but they won before it became an issue.
Yeah, I set it up to where I had gamer jumps to get back to
Right.
everything.
Oh, we can make it officially official. Miss Citylicious, Shantae, you stay.
Congratulations.
Miss Rispo. I don't know how to put this into words other than thank you so much for everything today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank everyone. Had a blast. Again, everyone, remember why you're here. This has been a great show, but RuNegade's doing a lot of work to raise some money for the Trevor Project, and if you can afford to do so, or in any way, that would be that would be the real W tonight.
Agreed.
Thank you for including me in this. This was amazing.
Of course, I'm so glad, so happy that you had found success here, Rispo. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, now will be the time that I do have to ask you to sashay away.
Love y'all.
We love you too, Rispo.
Much love, Rispo.
Ugh, I hate this. But I do love the fact here. We officially, after 9 hours and 40 minutes of gaming, we are down to our final 2 competitors, y'all. only 2. Just going to run through them really quick while they go ahead and change into their best drag Eleganza Extravaganza. And feel free to do so as well, judges, if you would like. There will be no DeSync for your life this round because we already have our final 2. Pretty much at this point, what we'll be doing right now is reviewing all of the work that our finalists have done, review their best drag Eleganza Extravaganza that they are submitting for this round, and we're going to pick a winner, y'all. So let's go ahead and just go and start off here with Citylicious' journey through this whole process here. I guarantee you right now Citylicious is probably like, how the fuck did I make it to the final 2? Guarantee you. Out of every, I wouldn't say out of everybody, but I know City had so much concern in this situation moving forward that he wasn't going to be funny enough to get through Snatch Game, that he wasn't going to be entertaining enough to do these challenges, that he wasn't going to have like the style to do anything. And the fact that he is sitting here right now, I'm just like, I'm so proud of all the work that he put into this, because this is so outside of his comfort zone. This is something that he is has never really tried to do before. Clearly he's never watched Drag Race before, and the fact he's sitting here in the final 2, I'm so happy for him. I'm so blown away. I'm just so stoked with the growth that he's had just in these last couple hours that I guarantee you will move on to his streaming career as he moves forward, because he's streaming full time now. I'm so stoked for everything that he's had in this competition. I think honestly for me, when City came in for the Color Couture Challenge, he blew everybody out of the water way sooner than I think he was expecting to. I think he was on his P's and Q's way quick. He learned really quick. Unfortunately, he learned a little too well when he had that ugly Extravaganza that turned out to be really good. But that, I mean, his family resemblance look off the charts. He's won 2 DeSyncs for his life now. He's won 1 challenge by himself. City has been gaming this entire night, and I don't really have any other words to encapsulate other than the fact that I think if we were to give the title to somebody from this contest to say they were like the most improved from when they started, like the Trinity Taylor thing I was saying, like who ends up being a comedy queen, who ends up discovering themselves in this competition, I think that was Citylicious here. I think he's gonna be probably the person who leaves with a bigger understanding of himself from this competition than anybody else here does today.
I definitely agree with that.
Same.
And we have our second competitor, Miss Jinx Pontoon. Came into the competition, we were a little questionable about the entrance look. We were wondering if it was just going to be nothing but kimono moments this whole entire time. Sorry, did I say kimono? Or did I say kimomo? Kimono. No. Hang on. I can't even say it. Kimono moments. That is a word, y'all. Say it for me. Kimono moments. That is
Kimono moments?
That is some bullshit.
Kimono moment.
Okay, I'm just an idiot and I can't say it apparently. Okay, well whatever, that's fine. Was a little worried from it first, but I mean, Whiskers won the first Maxi-Challenge out of everyone here, and I mean, there was a few episodes I think in the middle where he might have gotten a little lost in the sauce, but ever since like episode 4 when he won that mini challenge, he has been on it every single episode since then. He's won now 3 mini challenges. He's won 3 maxi challenges, 1 in a group, 2 with 2 by himself. I don't know if I could really like pinpoint anything that he's done wrong in the competition because he's never had to desync. I'm kind of at a loss here of what to like any sort of negatives against him at this point, other than the fact that he popped in with a questionable look that ended up not really mattering at the end of the day. He's really, I mean, he's really shown himself as far as when he says he's going to be 100% stupid and not to be afraid to showcase it. I think he has. I think he's 100% showcased every single part of what it takes to win this competition, and I'm very interested to see what he's going to pull out here for his last look, and I'm very interested to see, as far as I'm concerned, to see if City is going to learn from the critiques that he already has put into motion and see if that's going to have any sort of change for his best drag Eleganza Extravaganza's look as well too. This final two is very, very strong, and I'm kind of at a loss of where to judge the winner. You know.
I feel like I feel like there's nothing really that we can say that, you know, critiques them too much, because at the end of the day, they're here, they made it, and it was a tough competition. It wasn't like these were the two obvious front runners the entire time. Like, there were points where I definitely thought like one of these two was going to be going home at some points, and then there were points where they dominated the competition, and I was like, okay, like this was clear, like they did a great job here, and honestly, I think we just have to let the final round speak for itself and judge based on that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Any final thoughts here, Miss Cody Visagasaurus?
You know, looking at all of the competitors, I have been, you know, absolutely impressed the entire way. With one, just the fact that we got our community, who's never done anything like this before, not really, to come into a tournament setting, raise money for charity all day, you know, kind of give up, you know, their Sunday evening, their day of rest, if you will, to come here and support us in this event and participate. And I'm so impressed. I'm impressed that, you know, gamers showed up and showed their creativity. I'm impressed that creative content creators showed up and showed their gamerness. This event really has been the total package. I got very scared a little bit there, just kind of like at the end looking at the scores and stuff, because it started to get to the point where, like, I mean, just like in the show, like the people that are in the top, like they make one wrong move and they're in the bottom, or things just don't quite add up and they go home. And I was really concerned, and to see anyone from the top three leave, like I would have wanted it to be, you know, a final three moment, but you know, we had it planned out the way we did and it worked out, and now it's to the point where I don't want there to be a top one because they're both so good. So yeah, at the beginning I know that we have to eliminate people, but as we got closer and closer to the end, you know, my criticisms became a little less critical because they started impressing me so much. And then by the end of it, I felt like they all honestly all deserve to win, so it's harder to send them home when they've proven that they, you know, deserve to stay.
Yeah, that's the one thing I really just want to reiterate over and over again. I know I pulled y'all into a chat beforehand to talk to y'all about this, but the fact that you guys had the courage to even step up and do this competition to begin with, to be judged by your peers in situations like this, to throw yourself out of your comfort zone, to do things that we don't usually do as streamers. I'm just, every single one of you that stepped up to this situation, I'm so impressed with everything that you brought to the table. Nobody here is a loser at all whatsoever. I know we had to eliminate somebody first, second, third, fourth, you know, that's just the way that things goes, but nobody here has done anything that is, you know, although Cody has read y'all for filth, nobody has done anything that's like, you know, I respect everything is done. I respect all the effort everybody has put into this, all the time you guys have done. Like, we've literally spent 10 hours here on a Sunday. Literally, I have to go to work in 9 hours, but you know, I don't know who. We have people on the East Coast right now. I'm sure they have to go to work sooner. But the fact that y'all have stuck through this long, I haven't had this many viewers in my channel doing anything else. Like, this is amazing, and I love the fact that there are people here for this idea, that people that like seeing the situation. I also love the support that you guys are giving for the community as well too, because like I said earlier, as someone who is a minority in a lot of different situations, it's very easy to sometimes feel very left out and excluded in situations, especially growing up. Like when you don't look like anybody else, you don't act like anybody else, you don't have anything in common with a lot of other people, you know, it's a very lonely situation. But to find a community that you vibe with, to find a community that shares the same sort of, you know, the same what I'm going with here, you know, same morals that you do, basically, is huge. And all y'all being here tonight just is a testament to that, and I appreciate everything that you guys have done. I cannot say it over and over again. I'm literally probably just gonna end up being a broken record by the end of this. But thank you all so much for being here, for sticking out, for all the raids, again, for PD with that 53 party raid that you did, Casey with the 26 party raid that you did, everybody else for the subs, for all of the biddies, for all the donations. Y'all are amazing. The only reason I haven't gone back to the main screen yet is because we do have our final 2 in the lobby. We're gonna have to do our judging for our final time. I don't want this to end. This has been so much fun. And I know we have to go back. We'll judge the last costume here, and we will decide a winner from this. So I guess without any further ado, let's go ahead and find out right now who will be our finalist, our final winner at the end of the day. Who will be Twitch's first drag bean superstar? Will it be Miss Citylicious or Miss Jinx Pontoon? Let's come back to the lobby while we figure out their best drag Eleganza Extravaganza right now, y'all. Alright, let's go ahead, as we always do, in alphabetical order. Miss City Limits, go ahead and start us off. Go ahead and tell us about your look here.
Sure thing. So this look has been my go-to for when I want to look my absolute best. I just love the clean white with the gold. I feel like it really complements each other. The alloy eyes go well with the blue on the wristband. I love rocking the little pride wristband as well. And then if you look closely at the pattern, it's actually my OG decorated pattern. So, and I like staying true to that and staying true to the brand. But yeah, that's essentially the skin. Short and sweet.
I love that you stuck to the brand. I love that we're coming into the last album. We asked for your best outfit that you could possibly put together, and you stuck with that one outfit there that I know you were grinding so hard to get for so long. And I love the fact that you got that. You're repping it right now. I love the top, by the way. That Prime skin is probably one of the best that they've had. I still don't understand where it like stems from, because it's a really clean fit that they don't have any like other like Greek outfits for us, and I'm wondering where why they randomly decide to like throw it in, like
yeah,
where did this even come from? Because
appealing.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And then you throw the gold night bottoms on the bottom of it, and I'm like, it encapsulates. I feel like everything that you've done to this competition. You started where you started, and now look at you, you're a goddess. And I feel like it sums up your journey to a T.
Yeah, I have to agree with all of that. I like that, we wanted to see more from the competitors than what we already knew. And you gave us that, and you've come back around full circle, and this isn't just a classic, City Limits outfit. This is a twist on something that you are known for and is important to you and is true to who you are, and with elements that represent what you stood for coming into this competition. And as RuNegade mentioned, it's very aesthetically appealing as well. The colors go well together, and this is one of the better Prime skins, that's for sure. And I just really like how it ties together. I think it's a great outfit.
And also just say too, I forgot to say, love that I said this earlier when Proxide was wearing it, but I love the Pride armband, and I love that it's kind of tying in to everything that's happening for today too. I honestly, at the end of the day, this outfit is your best look that you've looked tonight, without a doubt.
Oh, thank you, Renegade. Thank you, Peroxide.
I didn't realize I was muted. I'm gonna have to say that I agree. I do like the outfit. I might be a little biased towards your previous outfit because it was all about moi, but no, I think this one's great. What I do think is really weird is when they announced this Amazon Prime thing. It's my favorite they've ever put out. I did think it was crazy that they added this rainbow wristband because it just doesn't seem like it actually belongs with this outfit. But I love it. I'm not going to complain about a rainbow wristband. It doesn't seem like, you would expect a gold bangle just because of the character. But I don't know. I'm not judging it. I think it's very on brand for the event today. And I will be a little critical of the gold. It doesn't seem like it fully matches the gold in the gold knight, but I get the story you're telling. I get that it represents you, and I am very biased that I love the top of this outfit. So there's a couple little things that I would change, but nothing that you can change, if that makes sense. It's limitations that Fall Guys as a game put in by giving you a gold skin and then giving a slightly different kind of gold skin, you know, like versus staying thematic, or, you know, adding that bracelet to that specific thing is not anything you can control. But I think you chose a fierce outfit, and I like this.
See, I don't
Thank
mind
you,
the
Cody.
bracelet. I think the bracelet really works with the outfit, the theme, and the fact that we're here for a cause that's supporting the community. I think it works. I don't hate it. I really like it.
Yeah, it's
So
less.
I-
It's not that I mind it in any capacity. It's just that it's a weird decision that they made to put
Right.
it there.
I get that.
But I think it looks great for the theme.
I totally get that. For sure. Alrighty. Well, Miss Citylicious, I'm just gonna go and say on behalf of Miss Cody Visagasaurus and Mr. Perot Matthews, you are amazing. Thank you so much for everything you've done, and best of luck to you in the final judging here.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
And I hope at the end of the day you've realized you are so much more than just a gamer. You have so much more to offer to everything that you don't even realize at this time, you know?
I appreciate that.
Of course. Alright, now to Miss Jinxed Pontoon. Who wants to start off here for this critiques?
Oh, do I get to explain it?
Oh yeah, go ahead. My
First of all, I
bad.
want to say awesome job, the
Good
city.
call.
I think it's a really, really awesome look, and you've done really well throughout the whole competition. But my look, I wanted to kind of give you a story throughout this entire thing, and I want this to really show how much work I have put into this whole competition and how much everything was planned out. I came into this competition with a look that was critiqued a little bit for the kimono thing, but it was representing like kind of vintage old, that 70s hippie vibe. And this is representing Fall Guys 4041, the future. So I kind of wanted my whole journey to transition through that. And along with that, it's a lot going on, I know, but I think that's kind of my whole thing, like taking pieces that might be considered ugly, but like putting it together and making it work. And I think this is something that's different enough, it's cohesive in itself as well, while including those pieces. And I think that's just kind of what everything is about for me, like kind of taking all the bad and putting it into something that is good, beautiful at the end.
Callow. Whiskers channeling his inner Taylor Swift.
You know it, absolutely.
Does anybody want to start out with this one?
Sure. I definitely needed the explanation on this one, so I do appreciate that. I know we've kind of juggled with the need to tell a story versus, you know, oversharing. In this case, when I see this outfit, like, I'm looking at it and I'm having a hard time remembering. Like, at first when I saw it, I was like, isn't that like a matching top and bottom? And I was like, no, I think that's different. But I got really lost in that, and there, you're right, there is a lot going on. Like, I was trying to figure out like what the underneath pattern was, because I see a little bit of yellow on the arm and then the dots on the like cheek, and I was trying to, like, it's almost like you're a mystery wrapped in an enigma, or whatever that quote is.
Not to interrupt, but what pattern is that?
Yeah.
I think it's called tech icons. I kind of like how it did like it
Icons?
looked like the
Okay, I just
fashion
wanna-
freckles.
I
I mean, they're a
just
little
wanna
off centered,
see
but
what we're doing.
I think
Okay.
it's, let me check, but yeah, so like the future theme and
Okay.
also just a little bit of fashion.
Okay, I kind of see. I'll take off my top so we can kind of see what it looks like without like the top and the bottom on it. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, Cody. You can continue.
No, you're fine. So I've never been, and I think I've said this to a few people throughout the competition, but I've never really been a fan of the green hair top with like the mechanical, you know, padded bra situation. But just like I told some other people, like, you really made the outfit look as good as it possibly can. Like, I'm really impressed with the elements that you chose to match it with. I think the skirt's really great. And I'm really torn as to who's gonna be the front runner of this event, because you guys both bring so many cool elements, and just because I wouldn't have started with a specific top as kind of like the base doesn't mean that you didn't turn it into something way cooler and evolved than the actual base itself.
Miss Pearl Matthews, you have anything to say?
This isn't really Miss Pontoon critique, but I just noticed for the first time that there's a crown on little crown stamp on the side of that skirt. I think that's kind of cute.
You just noticed
Anyway,
that.
yeah, I had never seen that before. Anyway,
You played so much
I'm kind
Mario.
of, I was kind of on board with Cody. At first I was like, are these not matching? But I think that shows that you did a good job putting them together, because they do look as if they were the same outfit, but actually there's more to it than that, and they're separated, something that you put some thought into and put together. And I really like the way that you accented the less major colors. For example, the tech icon thing, the yellow. I know that you went with the freckles, but I really like the triangles on the like under the arms. I think that was ended up being a really nice touch. The freckles go really well with like the bright yellow breastplate and the eyes that you chose. I think the faceplate kind of blends with the body pretty well as well. The green hair is a bold choice, but I don't think it's one that I don't like either. And I'm kind of with Cody in the same boat, that I really don't know where this is going to go, because both of you have done such a great job this entire time and continuing to serve that right now.
So if I could be entirely honest, when we first popped into the lobby, Whiskers, I was a little underwhelmed. I was kind of like, oh, we've kind of seen this top before when Wasabi did her Billie Eilish thing, and I was kind of like, oh, okay. But when I see it, the more I've looked at it, the more I've stood here and actually like paid attention to it and like looked at the aesthetic, looked at the colors, looked at everything you've done with it. I don't think you could have done anything really more to improve it, if that makes any sense. I think the color combination that you went with, especially with the matching faceplate, is really, really impeccable for this situation. I think it looks really, really good. Again, the green hair is a little bit of a choice because it's kind of out there. It doesn't really go with anything that's like in the costume, because you have like a lot of like light blues, a lot of dark blues, a lot of purples, a lot of yellows, and then you got the pinks, and then you have the random like green hair with the white stars. But now that I'm looking at this skin that you used, the pattern that you used for it, and I see the details in it, someone like Mount Hedgie said in chat, I don't think I've seen anybody actually use this pattern before. So the fact that you used it in this kind of detail, to me, with this kind of costume, it really, really actually works for me. I don't know if I necessarily, if I'm gonna rank the two, I'll be entirely honest. I think I like City's look more, but this is a whole entire competition. It's not just based on the entire last look. It's based on the entirety of the competition. And if I look to where you started, and I look to where you're at now, and I look to the storyline that you had, I see so much care and detail in your looks that you use to try to like make a storyline throughout the competition, that it makes me okay with this last look not maybe being like the most 100% best thing that I've seen in the competition, because there's like a through storyline through everything, if that makes sense. It reminds me a lot of Kim Chi when she did her the ball challenge, where she had like a story from the start, where she started as like a flower that wasn't even bloomed yet and then bloomed into a flower. That's kind of what I see here, is like you started as someone who was like maybe retro, maybe not like full into fashion 100%, but then you bloomed into somebody who was just like the future of moving forward with life when it comes to this thing. So I'm gonna have a hard time honestly deciding the winner here, because y'all have, as much as you guys have both been slaying it through, you guys have had two very, very different journeys to get to the same point. And I think what it's going to come down to the judges is whose journey was, one, super impactful, as far as like who started out at one place and who has grown more, and at the same time two, who has just brought it consistently as much as they could and shown themselves on a regular basis. And I think that's where ultimately my winner's choice will likely come down to. But ultimately, at the end, y'all have made this super hard. I've been going back the last few moments in my head, back and forth as far as who I'm going to vote for the winner, and I don't know if I could have really gotten two better finalists out of what's happening right now. You know, you have one contestant who started who didn't think they had anything that could possibly do in this challenge and has just grown exponentially through the roof with you City, and then you have someone like Whiskers who came down who has the thought and this, you could see the storyline kind of progress what they wanted to do through it. So it's stories of growth from both of you in two very different perspectives. I'm having a really hard trouble weighing which story I find more palpable at the end of the day, if that makes sense. You know, which one is tugging on my heartstrings more, because these are both amazing stories. I'm having a really hard time trying to figure out who I'm going to vote for, but I think I might have decided who I'm voting for. Oh God, Scott. Yeah, go back to the VOD. Go back to the Snatch game, Scott. You are going to hate your life.
God.
Okay. Well, how do we want to do this finale? Do we just want to vote? Do we want to have a final, like, private conference between the three of us? How do we want to do this?
I think that we should take as much into consideration as possible because I really want this to be fair. I have an idea for who won this round that I'm ready to share. Mm-hmm. And then we can absolutely, maybe we can go back into all of the previous rounds and without, worrying about the other contestants, just rank how City and Whiskers did. So like the, round 1, who beat who, round 2, who beat who. And then you can kind of maybe take that, and then maybe we could also do a poll in chat just to get an idea of what the people there think, and maybe that could hold like a single point of weight or something.
I'm definitely down with doing like, my thought process was we just all vote who we think is the best, and then we could do a poll in chat, who they think is the best, and they count as the fourth vote.
Like a fourth judge, yeah, I'm down with that.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I mean, I'm down with whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah,
but
I don't know how to break it if it's a tie. I guess maybe. Since
I think it would be cool to discuss like the previous rounds though and how we think they did. I do like that idea.
Through it.
Because I was just doing the exact same thing actually in my brain. I was looking through our group chat and I was like, okay, how did I feel in the past? Because right now I'm like incredibly torn. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Same.
If you asked me to pick right now who won, I would be. I don't know if I'd be confident in that decision. So I'm looking back on what I've said consistently and who's been performing and showing me what looks are. Which looks I've been loving, who did what in what challenges, who's been showing up in the mini challenges, and just taking the whole contest into perspective.
Okay, I'm good with that. We could go episode by episode. Let's go and do that. So the poll for everybody in chat whenever we get one up. I guess I could put one up really quick. Hang on. Will be y'all will just decide who you want to see win. It's not just for this round. Actually, do we want to make a winner for the final round? Do we want to do that? So at least we know who we think had the best between the two, and then we could decide who is the best overall. Because typically on Drag Race, they don't usually actually use the final challenge as any sort of like determination. Like they usually already have their winner picked out beforehand when they go into the finale. You could tell because there's people that have given like really shitty lip syncs for their life at the end, and they still manage to win at the end. Trixie. Anyway, I'm sorry, Kenny D walked all over her with that final lip sync. Anyway, let me do this here.
So right now I'm sharing who I think was the winner of this last challenge.
Okay.
And then I went in and I checked all of my previous scores for who I believed or who was ahead in all of my previous submissions.
Mm-hmm.
And so from my point of view, I had
Mm-hmm. Should we just do it like that, and then we can just whoever had the most votes or most top performances between y'all, is that your vote? I'm gonna go ahead and I'll start the winner. Oh, sorry, someone already got the winner poll going. I will say the only thing for the winner poll, please do not like use like biddies to vote in it. Just vote once and be done with it. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go back through my judging too, just to see.
I'm not gonna vote on that one since my vote's my vote.
Mhm, yeah, I'm also not voting in the chat poll.
Same.
But this is very interesting because I'm comfortable sharing this kind of anonymously with everyone in chat, but I had a clear winner for the first few, and then the more memorable recent ones were a different individual, and so going into this I had an idea of who I was voting for, and it was nice to go back and realize how many times I actually had highlighted the other person, which made it more difficult because I actually was like, well, I had in mind to go a certain direction in this final, and then looking back I'm like, oh, I actually ranked the other person way higher
That's
throughout the
very
majority
true.
of the competition.
That's very true. I'm looking back at my rankings now, and I'm like, wow, this is actually a lot closer than I initially thought it was, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, for round 2, I took the average between the two scores and figured out who was my highest between the two.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Between the photo shoot and the
Snatch game?
there, yeah. And, well,
No, I guess the Snatch game was only based on
yeah,
the one thing, right?
Yeah, Snatch Game was just based on Snatch Game and kind of the looks, but more Snatch Game. Round 2 was based on the photos and the look, so I added together who had the best between that. At least in my rankings.
Okay. Then I've got mine in the same format.
Okay.
And then, oh wait, hold on. Adding the last
yeah,
one.
we need to add the
I
last
may have
round
counted
too.
an
That's right.
extra for the
I need to add the
photo
last
one or
round too.
something.
Adding the last
right.
one. That's what mine looks like.
Okay.
So close.
We're actually very, very similar
Yeah.
to what we've done here, so I think we have a winner, right?
It
I think we
would
do.
appear that way.
I think we do.
Let me
And
look at
I think
yours real quick.
I think actually I don't want to say this because I think it's a giveaway.
Well, you
But
can
I'll type it in
You can
chat.
type it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy. Yeah.
I think,
Okay,
It's
cool.
the
It seems like we're on the same page.
Okay.
But was that that was so tough?
Let's let
I have a question for you though. I have a question. Did
Yeah.
you have a different idea of the winner until we looked back on everything? Or did you already have the same?
I actually, until I started thinking about the whole competition, I actually did have a different idea as the winner. I'm gonna be honest.
It's very interesting. It's same.
Yes
it's
and
like,
no.
I'm glad I refreshed. I'm glad I refreshed.
Initially, I think my first choice is, at least my initial thought, is what ended up happening. There's something happened in the middle there, where I was kind of like, oh, I think something different's gonna be happening, on like towards the end here. I thought there was gonna be like maybe a little different, and I think the last couple rounds could have changed honestly everything. But looking back at it, this is so much closer than I thought it was. Honestly, so much closer. So close, like ridiculously close.
Yeah, I can't believe how close
I
this
think
is.
that's why we're having a hard time. Like, are we making the right decision? Because it's like this is stupid close. How close these judgings are. Like looking at everybody's thing here, like this is stupid close. I mean, they technically will get a point to some degree, if they get the audience vote. But I think at the end of the day, I think the three of us have kind of decided on a winner. And I think we can go ahead and share that with everybody. We've been here long enough. It's now
Take it away, Rue.
2:22 in the morning. It is far late for us to go ahead and just decide our winner here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening here, but Citylicious, Jinx Pontoon, the two of you have literally impressed everybody all day long. I hate that we have to make a winner between the two of you, but unfortunately there can only be one next drag being superstar. And I think we have come to a decision as far as who is that will be. City, your improvement from the start of this competition to the end of this competition, I don't even think we could put into words how much I think you have grown in this situation, even just the last couple hours. I'm so impressed with your ability to like maneuver between situations, your ability to be adaptable, your ability to just kind of stay focused when you need to stay focused. You've literally have just powered through this competition like no other, and I hope you sitting in this seat right now shows, like I've been saying all night, and I've been telling you beforehand, you are so much more than what I think you are, and I hope at the end of the day you look at this as a growing experience. Is something that you can kind of take away from that, like, hey, I stepped outside my comfort zone and look what happened. Look what could possibly happen if you do it again. Now, Miss Jinx Pontoon, again, you came into this competition, we were a little worried about your look to begin with, but I think you've proved throughout the fact that you have some really strong creative decision or creative mindset and with a lot of your looks. You've proved that you're also a gamer tonight too, because you've won what, three mini challenges as well too. Cracked AF, so I hope you as well too will leave this realizing that you are so much more than what you probably think you are. I think honestly the reason I love this final two is because I feel like you are like the inverses of each other. You have City, who is a gamer, you have Whiskers, who is an entertainer, and I feel like you guys don't necessarily feel like you could do the inverse. And I think tonight you proved that you are so much more than what you think you are. And I love that for both of you. But I hate the fact that we could only crown one winner. Right? Both of you are total icons. But only
Absolutely.
one of you can be Twitch's first drag being superstar. Oh my gosh. I think now is the time to officially reveal who that will be. Citylicious, Jinx Pontoon, two queens, two amazing fucking queens, stand behind me in my Fall Guys night. But only one of them will win. I will show the winner. I will throw their fact sheet up here in just a few seconds. The winner of $200 and the title of the first drag bean superstar is Miss Jinx Pontoon. Congratulations, Whiskers. You are the winner of the first ever RuPaul's RuNegade's Drag Race competition. Congratulations.
Oh my god,
are so
thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
And shout outs to City too, like huge shout outs. Like you guys were saying the whole time, like that was so close. I was sitting here literally sweating the whole time, but like so appreciative just to be here. Like the competition aside, like this is such a cause. This cause means so much to me. So to be able to be a part of that is like really big. So I really appreciate the opportunity and really happy with all the good that we did today.
Definitely.
I'm so.
I would
proud
just
of you.
like to, sorry.
No, go for
I
it.
would just like to say that when we were like going over like the previous looks to decide who had won, City had won like in my mind the last three, and so because the competition takes a while to like, you know, turn the looks around and go from event to event, it's almost like I had forgotten about your overall performance. And then when I went back and looked to see how you guys did throughout the entirety of this whole night, I can literally read and it says whiskers, whiskers, city, whiskers, 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 city, city. Like it's, you know, really incredible what you did. You were consistent across the board, and I'm very proud of you. I think you both did incredible, and you brought exactly what we had hoped for. You made this competition fun, and you made this event, you know, as credible as it was by putting that effort into it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
this has just been such a beautiful event, and huge congrats to Whiskers. I can't think of someone who deserves the title more, so really proud of you, Whiskers. Let's go.
City,
Thank you so
still,
much.
At the end of the day, I cannot stress, City, how well you did tonight. Like,
Yeah, you
I
crushed
really,
it.
really
100%.
want you to leave this tonight, realize, like, literally looking back at these last, like Cody said it, looking back at these last judges, it was literally like 5-3 in every single person. Like, it was so freaking close. Like, this couldn't have been really honestly any closer than it was right here, based on the amount of like rounds we had to do stuff for. This was such a hard decision, and you have, like I said, you have grown so much just from just a few hours ago to where you are at now. And I really, 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 really hope you take this experience and use it moving forward with every aspect of your life, knowing that you don't have to limit yourself to what you think you are, you know.
Yeah, I most definitely will. It's been such a growing experience for me. I've never done anything like this before.
I think that's what I really like the most, is that when I picture city limits in my head, I picture like a gamer, you know. And I think throughout this competition, not only have you proved that there's so much more than that, you've shown me and us and maybe some other people, I don't know, that there is so much more to you than that. And I really like that you did something that I thought was completely out of your comfort zone. Like, when I read your name on the roster, I was like, that's not somebody I expected to see, but I'm very excited, and you beyond delivered. You did such an amazing job. You're one of my favorite people to watch the whole time. Like, I loved watching you like grow, and when you won a challenge and when you were showing up in the desyncs for your life, I was just like, this is amazing. And you just both played so well. And I think honestly, for me, I counted up my numbers, and it came down to a difference of 1. There was 9 challenges total in the way that I counted it, and it was 1 different. So it could not have been closer, and you did both of you did amazing. But it was definitely not like a blowout, that's for sure. It was nothing like that.
Yeah, Peroxide and Renegade both had a score of 5-4, and mine was off by 1 with a score of 6-3. So it was as close as you could get, pretty much, without turning it in the other direction.
And your final outfit, City, I feel like really encompasses everything through. Like, I really do mean that. This look, if you decide to use that look moving forward, I will be here for it, because that literally, as far as I'm concerned, your whole Fall Guys journey is encompassed by that one look. So good, so freaking good.
Yeah, City's
Thank
final
you.
look, the best look I've seen all night, I think, coming from another competitor.
Yeah, Valk limits PK is definitely something I would love to see more of.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the limits were taken off of the city today.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And it was full-licious, no limits. That's for sure.
I hate that we have to have one winner, honestly, at the end of the day, but I mean, that's the way it works. That's
Fall Guys,
Fall
baby.
Guys, you know.
Fall Guys.
But again, thank you so much to everybody who started out this competition, and everybody in chat, honestly, who's sat there and gone through this whole situation. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. I'm definitely inspired to do a second season of this. Maybe a little bit sooner than I was expecting to do it. I had another plan in mind for next month, but I kind of want to do this instead. Like, I'm kind of enjoying this. So I'm thinking season 2 will definitely be a thing, and I'm thinking season 2 will need to have, just so we know, our winner right now as a guest judge permanently on the panel. So if you would like
I
to
would
do
be down.
that, good sir.
Ooh,
You want a spot
100%.
for Jinx Pontoon.
Jinx Pontoon on the judging panel?
Absolutely.
I'll get my toe jams ready.
Hey, let's go to that last little bit that got us to $600. Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. $600 for the Trevor Project.
Y'all are so amazing. Like, This has been such a fun day. Like I don't want it to end. I really don't. I hate that it has to. I hate that we have to end it at some point. But you know what? Maybe we'll do some sort of like event here with all our judges and our finalists at some point where we come back and do something stupid. But again, my heart is so touched right now by everybody who showed up today. Oh my god, Adam with the 969.
Nice.
For all the donations, for everybody who showed up today. Like I said, this is I'm shocked at how many people have been in this chat this whole entire night. Like I'm not used to these situations, but I love y'all being here. It was for such a good cause, and I'm y'all got me back onto that point where I was, like I said, I was a little bit down bad with the Fall Guys community beforehand. I was a little wondering if I even wanted to do anything like this at all, just because I know how, negative the competition scene has been. But the fact that everybody is in love with an event like this, it's still Fall Guys, but not like the typical kind of event that we usually do. And the fact that we had no issues. Y'all, do you realize we had no issues? Like, no one was like, no one is like messaging me like, I need to be in this competition still. Like, no, like this worked out really well. Like I'm very impressed with like how everything happened, other than the fact that it lasted 10 hours. I was not expecting that, but maybe next time we'll make it a 2-day event. We'll see. But again, thank you so much for everybody who showed out today. All 10 of our contestants, to Peroxide, to Cody. Thank you guys so much for being my guest judges. Having y'all here, having my back is just... And the fact that we agreed on everything, too, is still shocking to me.
It was good. Thank you for having us. I had a blast. I really did.
Of course.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. Like I said earlier, when you were considering me for being a judge and you like tried to make a day work for me so well, I really appreciate that. And I had like so much fun. Like you said, you don't really know how you feel about doing Fall Guys stuff because it's just been a down bad experience lately, and I can attest to that. Like playing this game is definitely not what it used to be. But I think something like this was like honestly, it makes me want to play Fall Guys. And that's the thing, is that the event wasn't even about like playing for the most part. Like obviously we added that element in, but there was so much more to it than that, and it was all about a bigger picture, and it was about just having a good ass time. It was just about getting together and doing something awesome for charity and having fun, and that's what I loved. And I'm really glad that I got to be a part of something like that, because it makes me like, even if the game isn't as the same way that I used to love it in like this competitive, like hardcore driven, gotta get the wins aspect, it still makes me look at Fall Guys and be like, I'm really glad that I was a part of this, and that I continue to be.
So true. Like there's so many days like I literally looked at this game. I like literally last night I was telling Cody, I'm like, I'm going to uninstall this game. This game sucks.
Literally.
But the people that I've met in this community, the friendships that I've made here through this stupid bean game, and just the amount of just goodwill that they're really... I want to reiterate this again. I know that there's a lot of like negativity in the competition scene right now, but y'all have done nothing tonight but give nothing but positivity, and that goes to not just everybody that was actually involved in the event, but this goes out to everybody in chat, all the support that you guys have given, to all the raids that you guys have given tonight, to all the donations. Like it's just and we just got another $60 donation that I didn't even realize, so we're at $669.69.
Nice.
I'm sorry for not being like all up on like the donations and stuff, because the alerts kind of suck right now. But thank you again so much, everybody. I actually, before I say my last words, Cody, do you have anything else to say? Do you have any final words here?
Yeah, I do. We've been like, obviously supporting our contestants the entire time, and the community for showing up, but I really want you to just take like a second to realize that like you just made like a major impact on like not just like the community for giving people like an amazing event that was a lot of fun, but like raising this much money isn't like a joke. Like this is
definitely
like
not.
it's something that like when our community hears like charity, like they really do show up and it's incredible. But like you put this together, you put the time, like you were talking about how much effort you had to, put in, even like kind of like last minute touches just to get it perfect. And for being like someone that participated in the event, like everything felt so organized and smooth. And like this, like Fall Guys wasn't designed to be able to properly host this event, but you took into consideration all of that, and we were able to smoothly go from like event to event, and we never were in situations where we were like, okay, fuck, this happened, now we have to like undo. It's like you considered every single thing that the game would throw at us, and I'm just really proud of you as well for doing this.
I do appreciate that. That's one thing I do really try to do in my situation here is I don't like hosting things where people have to pay money to get into. I don't want to have to host a situation where anybody feels like like things are like over the top or disorganized. Like my goal is to, I know I don't stream very often, but when I do, I want to make it count. So I do go out in these kind of situations. And Jared, thank you so much for the $10 donation that you just gave there. And the fact that everybody enjoyed everything today after everything that I honestly, like yesterday, I was going through it. I was wondering even if I was going to wake up today to even do this. But after everything that's happened today, I'm so thankful that for all of you, for everybody here, for just sticking through it, and I'm so excited to see what the possibility at the end of what could happen here for RuNegade's Drag Race. Who knows? Like maybe this could be something that we moving like with other games too. Like there are plenty other games that allow customizable aesthetics. Maybe we could jump into those too as well.
Roblox, anyone?
Like there's so much potential with this kind of idea, and the fact that there are people here that are here and want to see more of this, if this is what you want to see, I'm all about giving it to y'all. So I'm all about it. And I again, thank you guys so much for being here. I don't know how many more times I could really honestly say over and over again that I appreciate y'all for what y'all have done. I never thought at the end of the day we would even get that close to this kind of money for this cause here. So I'm trying not to cry right now. Let it out! Right? I'm very.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I
feeling good
mean,
right now. I'm gonna be super tired when I go to work tomorrow, but I don't fucking care. I'm so full right now, and I'm everything that has happened from this event today. Y'all, I'm gonna do nothing but smile for like the next 2 weeks.
Let's go! I can't really say anything that hasn't already been said, but thank you so much for having me again. And like Cody said, this was just an amazing event. Like you did something amazing. Like event aside, this much money for charity is incredible. And like Cody's saying in chat right now, like there's a lot of people who don't compete in Fall Guys, or maybe compete but always end up in first round knockouts or last place because it gets sweaty and desyncy. But this is something that like literally anybody could win. Like literally anybody could win this. And even like per time, like if we ran this back and we did it all again with the same roster, I bet you we would have a different winner because it was just that close. Like it would really come down to the day of. And I think that's just something awesome. And the fact that it ties in so well with the Trevor project, and
Mickey,
I just want to
thank you for the monies.
Yes, thank you for all the donations. No, go ahead. Yeah, thank you for the donations. It's amazing.
Donation, Mickey, you're amazing.
I'm just really happy to have been a part of it, and honestly, the roster was everyone it chose to be a part of the event was so much fun and was such a good sport, no matter how it went for them. And they all did like so well. And the people who didn't know what was going on like did their homework, or if they didn't know what was going on, they tried their best if they like weren't familiar with the show. And they just all did so great, and you just put on an absolutely stellar event. And Cody, you were such a fun judge to have on the panel. I'm so glad it was me and you. that Renegade
Me
chose
too.
because it just yeah
I
it
couldn't
was
have thought of
great. It
two
was
better
perfect in every
judges,
way.
Honestly, y'all were perfect. I love the fact that Cody was literally our Simon Cowell, and then I had to be Paula, and you had to be Randy. And even though you
It
don't
was
even
good.
know who the fuck Randy Jackson probably is, because you didn't.
I
you didn't
do.
wanna
I
get
do.
out.
It's gonna be a no from me, dog. All right, okay. I'm not a zoomer like that.
I definitely was a little nervous because I didn't want my responses to come across too mean, but I knew we were in it for, content, and so I made sure to let all of our contestants know that in advance. And I think there were only a couple of outfits. I really tore into Rispo for that tragedy look-alike event, and
that
then
was I won't lie. I think that was honestly one of the worst costumes of the whole event.
You also said
Cyrus,
to
I love you, but
somebody
that was oof.
that it looked like they hit the randomizer
Yes,
option, and
yes.
that roast. That
you're
shit
right, though.
slayed
That
me.
was
I
the
was like,
best.
yeah, whoever you told that to, I was like, they're dead.
we really do
Imagine.
need this as a series. We need to.
Who was that? I
We
go
need to
back
get this
through.
on YouTube.
Who
We'll
said-
have to
who
find
said-
that. That
who
was,
said-
but yeah, no, that was amazing.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't even want this to end. This was so much fun. Well, actually, before we go ahead and do it, let's go ahead and go to our winner for the day. See if he has any last words.
Yeah,
for
bring him
us,
in.
Miss Jinxed Pontoon. Do you have any last words for us today here?
Oh, yes. I mean, I don't have much more to say. I've been here listening to all of this love. I think I second everything that's been said. It's just been so meaningful to be a part of this. Especially because, like, it's been turbulent being a Fall Guys bean on Twitch and just in general lately. But especially an event like this, to bring everybody together, especially to bring LGBT plus people together in the Fall Guys community. That's kind of why I got involved in Twitch and Fall Guys in general, because there's so many awesome LGBT people at the forefront. So to just bring everybody together, like LGBT and allies as well. Like, there's so many great people in this community. So just very, very thankful for this whole event. So shout outs to you, Renegade.
No, shout out to you. You did amazing. City, you did amazing as well too. Honestly, all of our competitors did amazing. You guys literally made this like. When I was judging this, when I was thinking this at first, I was like, this is gonna be no issue. Like, I could go in here and be like such an asshole to everybody. And then I was like, as we're going into it, and I see all the effort everybody's putting in, everything, it made it so much harder because y'all all brought it. There was not one person who slacked. Even Miss Bean, who thought that she was just going to be a bottom god the whole time. She even she literally was going like the improvement that we saw her from round 1 before, ridiculous.
Definitely.
So exactly the effort that everybody put in here. I can't thank you guys so much for the fact that because y'all made this event. I did not. All I did was make the rules. Y'all made this whole event happen. So thank you for being willing to put yourself out there, for being willing to make a fool out of yourself. For just for the sake of content. I can't thank y'all as much as what we did here, and I hope you guys feel the same here. I feel nothing but the good vibes from this whole stream, this whole entire time. I feel so good.